Oh, wait, I want this on.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Yeah, we're
Do
late.
it live.
What's up,
How?
everybody? Happy Tuesday.
Okay, I can hear feedback. It may be me.
Hold on.
Nope, not me. Hear feedback. It may be me. Okay, I can hear feedback. Yo, I hate hearing my voice.
Okay.
Yo,
How's
I
that?
hate
There we go. How's everything?
hearing my voice.
We're late.
All right, I'm gonna go to the top
Hold
and
on.
say
Oh, fuck. I had it open twice. That's why we heard you 3 times. I
yeah,
had
do
two
that too.
I had one that was in waiting, and then I brought up another one to copy the link, and then I have StreamYard. There we go. Everything's good now.
All right.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, we're
So
late.
we are late, and just that's how it goes.
Good things take time. They're worth
That's
waiting
right.
for.
So as you can see, first of all, the elephant in the room, and I ain't fucking talking about me, so fuck off. Bobby's here.
Hey, all.
Standing in for Yank tonight. Yank is busy again, and so we are gonna give him the night off again, so he can get all of his shit taken care of, and we will hopefully see him here next Tuesday.
Yeah, thoughts are with him. I hope everything's working out all right, big guy.
But we got an awesome replacement.
You humble me. I'm not as eloquent as Austin. Austin needs to come on more often.
I know. Maybe we can get him on tonight, Austin.
He
Nice
said
picture.
he's gonna keyboard warrior later. I don't know what that means.
What's a nice picture? What are you talking about? Fly girl. Okay, so I guess I'll start saying hi, and it looks like, as Yank would say, Mishka wins the booby prize.
I don't think so. Hold on. Hold on.
Wait, why?
The original comments in waiting. I think Mishka was there to see it. I'll give it to Mishka. I was on
You're
point
looking
tonight.
on YouTube?
No, it says hi Mishka, hey Bobby, hi
Yeah.
cool peep. There was one before that. I know it was up. I put it on YouTube and waiting.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. The game's rigged, but I guess I'm host, so I wouldn't win anyway. Mishka was the first one after me. What's
It's
up,
okay.
Mishka?
They're imaginary
We're
booby
friends on
prizes.
Facebook. I'm having fun.
Well, and they're imaginary booby prizes, so it's okay. Imaginary boobies, I mean, they probably still make you smile, but not like real ones will. But anyways, hello, Mishka and Gabrielle and Fly Crew and
We got Lay,
Sheriff
flat-chested female, and
Richards.
we got Maureen. What's up? Wasp bitch.
And Anne.
I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. Jen, how are you, dear? I think that I'm not. I gotta look at YouTube. They're flying much faster on YouTube. We got a whole bunch. Austin,
Holy.
where's Tony? Is he no show? I think we're gonna. Hey, Lay,
Lee's here.
no shows here.
No, Lee's here.
Man, these comments are going. All right.
What the fuck?
17
No
likes,
showing
16
again?
watches. Go Gutter and Yank. You guys really built something. No host winners, Bobby. I didn't know I was gonna be a host. I didn't want to see you cry. You can have the booby prize. In fact, no, the first comment I got up was just boobs. So I thought it was funny. Boobs for the boobies.
See, boobies make everybody smile.
But Mishka wins. That's right. That would be an inside game. I like Mishka. Me and her are friends on Facebook.
Us too. Wasp, did we say hi to Wasp?
Yep. No
And
Tony.
Tracy's here too.
Hey, Tracy. Yeah, no Tony. Just like, you know,
And
he lives
where's
to his
Blunt Man?
me. Oh, there's 18 of them.
Me?
We'll see. Let me ask you a question, Gutter. I
Yeah.
wonder about it because I've introduced you to some of my friends like Eli and stuff. And when I introduce you, do you want to be known as Gutter, or is that just your online persona? Is Julie cool? Or do you want to stick with Gutter behind, like, it gives you kind of a level of separation?
Well, it does kind of give me a level of separation. Either's fine with me. It doesn't matter. Most people that don't know me outside of YouTube knows me as Gutter. And then the people that do know me outside of YouTube know me as Julie. So it doesn't really matter to me. I know a lot of people are like, I wouldn't want to be called Gutter. Well, yeah, if you're fucking weak minded, you don't want to be called Gutter.
I mean,
Nobody
we
else.
get the inside joke, but it was weird because, like, even Eli turned around before, hey, Gutter. And that's how I introduce you because it's Yank Gutter. And I'm like, well, Julia's right. Don't want to don't get the wrong impression. She got a dirty mind, but she's cool as hell. You're not. Someone has a nickname as Gutter, so I was just asking about your preference. It's something I
Well,
thought about here and there when trying to introduce. Especially when I'm telling other people that don't watch.
well, and you can always, like, some people feel more comfortable saying, Gutter, aka Julie, or whatever to that. And it doesn't matter to me. I'm cool with either. Some people just seem to be. I know there was one woman, and I don't even know who it was. I think she was actually on somebody else's YouTube channel, and she was quite annoyed with my screen name. And I was like, bitch, nobody asked you for it. You get over
Yeah, I
yourself. So
mean,
I mean, it didn't
well, there's
matter
a
to
big inside thing there. Yeah, we know where it came from. But the other thing, I wasn't sure if you wanted some anonymity because you're out here on the worldwide internet webs. So I wasn't sure if you wanted your first name out there either. So that was an aspect as well.
me. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I think, if they're gonna track me down, they're gonna track me down. So they just better be fucking ready if they track me down. That's all I have to say.
All right, I guess. Well, here we are. It's Tuesday.
So let's see our comments.
Yeah, let's start hitting them because there's
Okay,
a
so
bunch.
Jamin wants to know how the gutter girl name started. Where'd it
Oh, I have
go?
to tell. That's actually a funny story. Hey, Damon.
Yeah,
You want?
tell it.
Yeah, tell
Tell
him.
it.
No, no, you tell him. All right. We all met in Rick's comment section from Good Luck America, and I don't know if it was just me that got in late with the lives, but one day I saw him live, and that's how we all met live in the comment section. And Julia posted a comment about keep your mind in the gutter. She was getting to dirty talk, and Rex saw it, and he reads comments fast because they do. They fly by fast, and sometimes you misread them. And he goes, "Keep your mind out of the gutter. Who are you to tell me to keep my mind out of the gutter?" And so it kind of went. He went at Julie for a bit, and we were all telling him, "You misread the comment. You misread the comment." And then before you knew it, Julie comes back in as Gutter Girl because he had somewhat dubbed that name then, and she changed the profile name to it, and that was it. Everybody noticed it was Gutter Girl, and every time he saw it, he was like, he's reminded of the time he misread Julie's comment, and that's how Gutter Girl came to be because she
Is
wanted Rick to talk dirty. She was having a good time where he was going with the conversation. He misread it and got pissed off that someone told him to keep his mind out of the gutter, and
he does
that's
that
how
a
it
lot,
came to me.
and he tends to do that a lot. You'll catch him a lot, and actually, I do it too. I don't know of anybody that doesn't. It's one word, and that's about all it takes. And so that's why I'm really careful about when I do post something on in the comments, no matter whose channel it's on. I really try to insinuate if I'm saying something, if there's a not in there, I'll try to make that all in caps so that they do see that part of it. Because, and especially if it's like one of us, because I catch us all the time misreading shit, and then I go back and look at it and go, oh fuck, I misread
Yeah,
that. I feel like an idiot.
that's well, it happens, especially if you're reading them on the fly. So here we got a ton of comments, and if you want to start throwing them up on screen, scroll back a bit.
Let's see.
There's a lot of conversation going on, and we want to hear from you guys tonight. We want a lot of input, and we're hanging out. We're just winging it, as they say.
Fly crew being a smartass, yet he won't come on.
Pronouns, the and shit. Well, that's
Hey,
for her. I don't know what I go by. As long as it isn't asshole, I'm cool with it.
Jason, I was born as shit out of luck for like, I don't know, a couple weeks. When I got, um, when I went home for 2 weeks, my name was shit out of luck because they didn't name me. They thought I was going to be a boy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's wild. I'm sorry to hear. At least
Oh,
they knew whether you were a boy or a girl. Nowadays they don't even know.
oh, it's funny. I mean, that's my family. That's the type of shit they would do. Like literally, they were like, "What are you gonna? You got to put something on there." And Mom was like, "Well, put shit out of luck till I figure out what her name is." So, and
That's
my mom
fucking
was,
wild.
oh, my mom was funnier than hell. She was so funny.
I'm
Okay.
reading through some of the comments. Yeah, so we catch up. Um,
Wasp. Lots of people don't like my screen name either. Don't care. We wouldn't have known that.
well, I think we're also are we giving the wrong part of that name the inflection? It's not like wasp bitch, like you're the bitch of wasp, but it's like wasp bitch. Is the inflection being misplaced there? Because that could be totally two different things.
I
So it's
kind
like,
of wish.
oh, I'm the wasp bitch or wasp bitch.
I kind of wish she would emphasize on the bitch part of it, but I know what she's getting at because she's that hardcore. But
If the screen keeps blanking out again, if you're on your computer, try doing the good old IT trick of powering down, powering up. There may be updates you're missing, or it could be your connection. Because mine has stopped doing that since I updated my computer and got a better Wi-Fi connection. Uh, Everybody's talking. Hold on,
I'm
I'm
seeing
scrolling. You got to bring the yeah. You got to help me here because there's a
right.
lot of comments so far. You
Eli
guys,
likes me. I like Eli. He's fun. Oh, he likes my name. Thank you. I
he liked you too.
I like the fact that nobody has to wonder if I'm going to be blunt enough for him. And usually most yeah, pink panty ponytailed pinheads don't. They usually won't take me on because as soon as they see my name, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go cry." So that's kind of the nice part about having that name is it really weeds out a lot of bullshit.
Oh yeah,
And
and
then the
you got to
ones
be you.
and then the ones that stick around, it's a great challenge. So they think they can, step
I
all
see
over me. It's like,
Jason's here. Hey Jason. Hey Andy.
yes. And who else?
Oh
Your
man,
damn
all right. So I've seen so far. Hold on, what's going on? I know that Wasp bitch had a hell of a day. There was a comment I started to read.
wow
And Jason's wife ran off with
with
another man.
another man, but not just paying her bills.
That's horrible. I've been there, bud. I've been there. That's a tough one.
That sucks, Jason. That does really suck. I'm sorry to hear that.
My heart goes out for you.
It makes for this world's fucked up enough without having the one that's supposed to be closest to you fucking you over. What are we holding on to? Oh, should we talk more about that, Austin? What are
What's
you
who holding on to?
what are you holding on to there, boy? Something we need to talk about?
Yeah, what are we holding on to? Hold on. That's totally out of context. I'm sure Austin has been foreshadowing up to that comment. Fly crew, fly crew. Yeah, tell us what pronouns. Yeah, tell us what pronouns you prefer. If I see that one more time, I'm gonna put you in timeout. That's trolling, right? 3 times, you're out.
Unless
Um,
you come on.
my pronoun is he and him. It's very fucking simple.
Kind of. What did I just see down here? Jen said, got her girl except for that Jennifer Christian chick on Rick's live chat. She gave you and I a bunch of shit a couple of weeks ago. I did see that, and she don't. But
I'm not timing you out, Austin. Yeah, do you mind? You just said, hold on, hold on.
hold on. Okay. What do you want us to hold? We can't
Please
hold that.
not talk about the queen. Okay. All right. We'll get it out of the way then, because that's the big thing, and I don't understand all the fucking news coverage. She's having like her live video bomb. She's having her 7th funeral, like she's fucking George Floyd.
Yeah,
So
she died. That's what happened. She died.
Betty White, Betty White, final
Yeah.
numbers. What was it? 99 to 96. We win. But that's all right. That's being horrible. I know that I'm being facetious.
It's okay.
But
I have a condo in hell. You're all more than welcome to hang.
um it's
I
been
mean,
there's been a bunch of memes going around.
hi, Tuppy.
What are you, hey Top, how are you from down under? What
Okay,
are your thoughts? What was your initial thoughts? Where are you with the whole passing of the queen? Because it is very significant, and I think there's going to be a lot of changes.
Yeah.
But your overall feeling on it?
Um. She died.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
one
that.
of those things where I mean, I do think you're right. I think it's going to make a lot of changes there, but that's about all I can say about that. Once Diana was gone, I didn't give two shits about that fucking place. I was annoyed.
Well, Diana is holding those pearly gates shut and getting to tell her herself, "You're going, you ain't coming in." Um,
You going down, bitch.
like I don't get the Americans mourning. I don't get how the government shuts the entire country down for 2 weeks. Like I have yet to confirm this, but someone was telling me they saw a video of someone trying to play video games, and it said that the servers will be shut down for the next 2 weeks due to the mourning. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like no one's allowed to work or do anything. Um, but as far as she is, I will say this: I'm not gonna put her down. You don't do that. I mean, there's certain people, if they died, I'd bake a fucking cake. But as far as her, I think um I think she, regardless of what they do behind the scenes, what she spoke pretty well. Um, she lived a long time, longest reign, I think, in England's history, and she brought a lot of countries together, and she stayed out of politics for the most part. Whether she bloodlet children and raised a bunch of pedophiles, that's a conversation for another day. Whether she's a fucking lizard, that's the conversation for another day. But I just don't get the morning and the constant news coverage with everything else we have going on. You know,
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
I get it over there, but can anybody confirm that they actually shut down the country for 2 weeks and you're not allowed to do anything? Because that's
I
extreme.
I didn't hear that.
You know, I haven't looked into it yet. We got a couple other things. Not they them BS either. Well, yeah, it would be. It's child abuse. Don't forget the lead line casket. Oh, the lead line casket needs 8 people to carry. It was that. Oh man, did you just shoot a shot? The lead line. Gigi was if I was in hell, I couldn't think of hanging out with a better person than you. Got a girl. That's from
Uh-huh.
Michigan.
Thank you, Mishka. Back at ya.
Can't run, think, and text. Well, definitely don't chew on no bubble gum there, Austin.
Are you
Tired of the
running?
constant news coverage of the Queen. Enough is enough. Yeah, I think too many. I think it's with everything going on right now. I think it's too much with just that. It has its time and place. Hell, even with 9/11, everything leading up to 9/11, I don't think enough is covered on what we should be covering about certain things. Like they're all gonna find out King, was it King Charles now? He's a dick, and England's probably screwed. This is gonna be the end of the monarchy.
Hmm.
That's it. They're screwed. She was the glue of that family, and then you got Prince Harry, Prince Andrew. That boy, lucky he didn't get taken out with Epstein. Now, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, there's
And
a
I'm
whole
with
lot.
you. It's like she passed away. All right, we all knew it was coming.
Hmm. Yeah.
Notice the new prime minister came in, and then she met with her and everything, all smiles, and 2 days later she's fucking dead. Oh boy, scandalo.
Tough ass where Yank was. Yank's just out getting stuff done. He's been really busy. So I told him, don't worry about it. I got it. Actually, I said, don't worry about it. I got it, Bobby. Fucking get on here. And Bobby
And you
said,
all
no,
know me, I don't shut the fuck up, so you
it's
ain't gonna
perfect.
get no dead air time.
It's absolutely perfect.
Hey Donna, but I had to
Yeah.
ask about the
Like,
gutter thing because it has been a pickle for me on how to introduce you to people, and then I want to tell them like, well, I can't just call her gutter girl, but I don't know if she wants her name out there, so I'm gonna do the gutter girl, aka Julie,
yeah.
when
And
when when appropriate. If I don't know them, it's gutter girl. If I do know them, I'll let them know,
yeah. Yeah.
Julie.
I mean, I'm not too, I'm, like I said, if I was too worried about it, then they would, like, and the only reason I changed it was over that whole thing. So before I went by my name. So it, you know,
Oh, thank you, Jason. I love when I'm on too until I watch it back, and then I'm like, oh god damn it, I don't shut the fuck up. That's why I have my own rant ticker. But you've also lived up to your name, gotta go. You get naughty.
I do. I
Mom's a
do.
lucky man.
And
You
I can't
remind
help,
him that every day.
I can't help myself. I try really hard, but well, I do help myself. But, um, there's, there's conversations that I shouldn't help myself to supposedly, but I do help myself to it. So I
You
can't, but
fucking do it. Life's worth season. Seize it.
that's right. You only live once. And I think Marvin's getting closer and closer to the whole RV thing. I mean, he's kind of worried me because he's like, man, I'm like, well, if you don't do it, I'm doing it by myself, dude, because I'm fucking doing it. I don't give a shit if I have to buy one of those old Toyota mini motorhomes. I don't care. I am going.
Well,
And I'm going
if
in a motorhome.
my whole thing at the moment, we all there was plans with my RV and they fell through. And now I'm sitting there going, well, I'm going vacationing next year. I'm taking that bitch. I'm gonna have built up vacation time and the money to go do so. So I am taking it out. But if it comes to a point, I could always give you a good deal, better than you're gonna get from buying retail. Because, like I said, mine's only got 27,000 miles on it. The thing's a fucking baby, and I'm doing all the fixing up in. You know what I mean? But it's gonna come to a point. It might come to a point, it might not, but when that time comes for you where you're ready to just fuck it, I'm doing it, give me a shout first because we'll see where I'm at with it.
Yeah. If Marvin goes with me, I'd like to have one bigger, like, the whole. This is what I've been looking at is I know Prevos are really expensive, but sometimes you can find ones that are really good deals that are, you know, within a range that you could almost see yourself at the light of the tunnel having one. And those bitches have a resale value on them that is just astronomical. Now, when I say Prevo, most people go, "Oh Jesus, that's $100,000." No, that's not what I'm talking about. I am a cheap. I am a true conservative. Let me just put it that way. And I want a diesel motorhome, but I want one that's not going to cost me an arm and a leg. So the right deal has to come along. But I would definitely, I mean, I would do another kind of diesel pusher, but a Prevo would be, those buses are just fucking
Oh, we're
phenomenal.
born Jason. What do you want to talk about, Jason? We're talking about we're doing the casual inlay where we're just all kind of gossiping and catching up.
Who
You
said,
know what this is, Tuesdays, and this boring stuff is driving me crazy. What do you want to talk about, Jason? Because I got some stuff pulled up.
who said
There's
that?
plenty of
Jason?
shit. Jason, yeah. I understand you're in a bad place at the moment. What do you want to talk about? What's on your mind? What's grinding your gears, Jason? Because there's a whole shitload. No, you are good, my law class. Oh, all right.
See,
Well,
see how easy it is to misread shit? I'm thinking, the fuck are you saying, Jason?
yeah,
I,
it went from I love you on to
oh,
I'm
no,
fucking
you gotta
boring.
leave to listen to us if you're supposed to be in law class.
I am leaving to listen to you. Oh, you're in law class. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the comments are flying by, and we're also when you're engaged in conversation, like 50 comments go by. So I need to get out of here. I love you all. Oh, we love you too. Thanks for being here, and thanks for clarifying, Jen G. This is the time of year to get a deal on an RV. It
Well,
is.
actually, no, I think we need to wait just a little bit longer because I think they're going to go down more and more. Now, a travel trailer right now has gone down quite a bit. Hi, Mick. But um, but motorhomes haven't gone down as much, and I think they're going to go down some more.
They will as it goes on a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Because
they are
now
going to go down.
some of the people that used them are selling them off. And then after the turn of the new year, everyone gets their taxes back and they want to have them in time for spring. So they tend to
Mhm.
become a little more of a hot commodity. So they have them set up for the summer.
Yeah, yeah, and so I think that if we hold out just a little longer, we're going to see some better prices coming up. So that's
Oh,
why I'm not.
yeah.
I mean, I have really worked. This is something. This is not a knee jerk reaction for me. This is something that I have actually been researching for since 2015. So, and I mean steady researching the whole bit. So, I want the motorhome that I want. There are certain things that I will not go without. Sorry, Jason. Oh no, he already said it wasn't us that was boring him. It was his class.
Yeah,
But
sorry about that. Misreading. You see, that's how Gotta Go got her name.
exactly.
Um,
So
yeah,
yeah,
I was always into the RV lifestyle, the traveling lifestyle. And then I just the opportunity presented itself where it was easy for me to just flip the switch and go for it. And now I have it, and well, I'm gonna take it and go do what the fuck I've always wanted to do with it. So it's
and the thing about it is that here's what most everybody that actually finally get out and go RVing, what the one thing that they all say is they wish they wouldn't have waited. They wish they wouldn't have waited for the
yep,
perfect moment. They wish they would have just took it out on the weekend. They wish they would have done
yep,
all those things that they really want. They wish they'd have just started. Because no matter what you start with, you can always move up. Now, with my husband, you can't just move up because let me just tell you, I'm living in the starter home that we bought 31 years ago. Operative word, starter home. 31 years ago. Still
that's
here.
a hell of a start.
He doesn't change well. And so I know that when I get my motorhome, it has to be the one I want because he's not going to go, okay, we'll go with a different one. So yeah, I can't.
Well,
It's
it
so
sounds like the motorhome thing is kind of your deal. So you command that ship and you say we're upgrading, motherfucker.
well. I have to worry about how much it stresses him out. I mean, he gets stressed out, that can ruin my whole freaking month. So, you know, um, I have to kind of make sure that he's happy with it too. Thing about it is he was pretty good. Like when we rented that one motorhome, when we got it out there, he's like, I like it, but I think it needs to be bigger. And I really think instead of gas, we need diesel. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
The
I mean, I would,
diesel.
yeah, because
Just
of the
well,
research.
I'm not even gonna inquire, but I will let you know. Diesel is like 10 times more expensive to
Oh yeah,
maintain. I've learned that because I have a diesel bus and I have a gas RV, and the
yeah,
systems and the parts and just what it takes to work on them in general, it's 10 times what it is with a gas engine.
yeah.
But if you're getting
Yeah.
a big coach bus, you need a diesel engine for something like
Well,
that.
for one, Marvin's a pretty good mechanic. For number two, we do have a diesel mechanic within the family, so we don't, they'll they'll be there to make sure that to help us maintain that kind of stuff. But we'll just see. It's all going to depend what falls in at the right time and where we're at with it. You never know.
Yeah.
Marvin may get to a point where he's like, "Okay, I don't want to go travel, but if you still want to go see the national parks, knock yourself out. I think you should just do it with something smaller." Then by all means, I would. I mean, I don't know that he'd say that, but you never know. Alzheimer's could set in. Maybe he'll.
Jesus. Well, I'll come down to my RV and we'll have a big old caravan and make a corral around a bonfire.
Oh
You
my
know what I
God,
mean?
I'm telling you, I can't wait.
It'd be a
I
good excuse for
can't
me to
wait.
take it out. Like,
And I
oh, where you
can't wait
going?
to,
Oh, got a girl's going on an RV trip, and well, we're gonna make a campsite out of it where you park both RVs with the fire in the middle. You know what I mean?
well, and I finally
We've been
got
in-
even like I can't wait to do meetup things like that. Like people that I wouldn't just do that with anybody off of YouTube, first of all. Let's all make that real
We
clear.
have armed security. Don't worry.
But and even like with my kids who, Sean has had a brand new camper that they bought, travel trailer that they bought 2 years ago. It's brand new. I don't think it has 200 miles on it. So, and then finally, Kayla, my daughter, has decided that she wants one of those little teardrop ones. And I'm like, oh my God, those little
It's
teardrop campers.
Where do you poop? These are
Well,
things you got to think about, people.
well, for her, she already plans like to take it and stay up at like, up on the mountain where there are um, outhouses and bathrooms right close and things like that.
Okay.
And also, you have those cassette toilets, and they're a real compact toilet, and they have a cassette in the back of them. I mean, it's just like what you take on the motorhome, except it's in a cassette. So, no, it's not the greatest idea. It's not the best, but it would
No,
do
they're cozy though. I
those
was
little.
looking at teardrops.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
In a
they're so
thunderstorm,
cute.
hanging out. It's like being in a little fort. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Well, and if you're somebody like we're in bear country, I would kind of just assume they were in somewhat of a hard container that would hopefully keep them safe long enough for them to get in the rig and get out of there if they needed to. If you're in a tent, dude, you're fucking hammered. It's getting you.
Oh,
You got no.
yeah.
I mean, so that's the kind of stuff that and of course she's safer than most, but it's still I just want to make
I
sure they're all safe.
I'll be honest. I used to just go right up into the mountains and just put up one of those instant pop up tents,
Oh,
and
we always.
we'd camp right in that. We've had bear, all kinds of shit, coyotes, fucking, and then you realize real quick how vulnerable you are. There was a couple of times we woke up in the truck because there was too much running around, and we knew we were on bear territory, and we didn't have any guns or sidearms or anything. So we were like, yeah, maybe we don't get eaten in the middle of the night. So even something as much as a trailer is better than a tent. And I agree with that fully, depending on where you are.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. So we're kind of, we're kind of all getting dialed in. Matthew still hasn't really, we're trying to get him dialed into it, but he's still kind of on the verge. But it's not like in a motorhome that we have that he couldn't come and hang with us or Sean or. And he's used to tent camping. They do it every year, so they go up on Mount Hood and no shit, they go all over the place.
How do
So
I bring up somebody's comment?
I don't know that you can. What are you wanting to bring up? What up,
Black
Gutter?
Sheep's here. Tony Late Show.
What up, Gutter Crew? Hey, Tony.
Tony.
Better late than never, huh? Jeez, you almost as. I mean, I guess I could have been that late.
Well, he's right on time for last week's show. So,
What do you have, like a job or something?
oh, speaking of jobs, I go on my first away job next week. Next week,
Nice.
they're sending me up to Massachusetts. I get to live in a
Hey,
hotel again.
well,
Oh,
why
it's
don't you
nice.
just get an RV? Because they pay for it.
Oh yeah, they pay for it. Yeah, I don't to bring my RV. I don't exactly know where in Massachusetts I'm going, so I don't know that there'll be parking. I get to take the
Hmm.
company truck and it's their gas. They pay the tolls. If I bring my own RV, not on the first trip. You know what I mean? I'm not. It's not like they're gonna pay me per diem what they would have paid the hotel. They'd be like, "Oh, you're in an RV. That's great. You paid the tolls, you pay the gas, and you got somewhere to stay." So I'll take the company truck and stay in a hotel.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
blame you. Did you
Oh,
say?
thank you, Jason.
Oh, hi, Donna.
Hey,
Donna's here.
Donna. Yeah, the new job's working out great. It's I couldn't have been blessed with a better position. I just kind of slipped right in and got right to work. It's been wonderful.
And Andy's here too.
That's what she said. Eli yelled. I slipped right in and got right to work, as it should be. All right. So,
So,
what's on everybody's
yeah,
minds tonight?
well,
There's a lot to talk
I'm a
about.
homebody too, Andy. That's exactly why I want an RV because I won't take my home with me. I hate. I mean, I don't mind hotels, but I would much rather just take mine with me. Like, call me a turtle.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt, it's like having your own room wherever you go.
Yeah, all your shit with you.
I worked on a 2014 turbo diesel. He said they're turning them all to diesel. It was Mercedes 6 cylinder, and he said they were making them all 4 cylinders. So all the Mercedes RVs are going to 4 cylinder diesel.
Yeah, and all strictly diesel.
All Mercedes RVs are going to be going
I'm like, bro, how can you
4 cylinder diesels.
Well, I've never wanted a new one. I've always wanted an older one. I don't want anything made after 2000, say 17.
You're a smart girl.
Yeah, Eli said you're a smart girl.
Yeah, I really don't. I would just as soon it be a little older because number one, it's shimmied and shaked down the road, and they've already done the shakedown trip over and over and over, and everything that was gonna shake is done shook, and they're made shitty. I mean, I wouldn't recommend to anybody buying one that was a 2021 or a 2022 or a 2023. Fuck no way. I would not buy a new one.
You are
Absolutely.
back. You are further into the disposable era. The
Well, and they're
further back
just
you
they're
go, the
shit.
better they were built to last, without a doubt.
Well, what happened was they all said, "Oh God, COVID there, everybody go home." And so they didn't have anybody to work. They had nobody to make parts. They had nobody to fix them. So everything's just thrown together really quick, and it's just shit. Who is
Oh,
Tony?
cheers,
You know,
everybody. By the way, Tony is Black Sheep, Tony G, Black Sheepdog, Tony G, and he was teasing coming on one night. Tried to come on one night. He said, "Lay B, dang, I got dissed by a blonde, a pretty blonde, an awesome blonde too. She milks horses. I
she
wouldn't
knows.
go dissing Lay
She
Lee. I
milks
call her
horses.
Lay because that's what we all did by mistake in the beginning. So she's forever Lay.
Nice. Lee said she rented a trailer last weekend and took the boys to Grand. Oh, I thought you said Grand Canyon, but you said Grand Canton. It was nice. That sounds awesome.
You know, I was just talking about today. One of the last trips I had gone on, I had gone to my friend's house in Pennsylvania when that guy, Efren or Frine, the guy that was like a self-trained sniper, was running around in the fucking woods playing with the police, coming in and out, and it was like Pennsylvania's largest and longest manhunt. He had killed the state trooper, and he was just running around in the woods with a sniper rifle and stuff. And we went up there, and I get into town. It was in the Poconos, and I see all these signs, no hunting, and all this, all these police barricades and checkpoints. So I pulled over by the trooper. I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" He goes, "We got a madman in the woods running around with a sniper rifle, taunting the police, and he killed the state trooper. Don't go out after dark." And I'm like, "Well, where, I could see, like, you could tell where the perimeter was. Well, the house was right in the middle of the perimeter. So I would go out for a cigarette, and I'd hear crackling in the woods. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to fucking die. Smoking does kill. I'm out here with a maniac in the woods playing hide and seek with the police. And so I couldn't believe it. I was like, of all the places I'm going on a trip to go and finally have a little vacation, let me go bunk up with a madman with a sniper rifle, in the middle of the Poconos.
You would have ended up like this.
Hmm.
You would make this appearance.
Oh shit! He almost dumped the pork.
Well, no, that's not pork.
Hold on,
That's
I need that.
Oh, yeah, but that's a good one.
What was that?
Steak.
An
Is that
onion.
steak?
What is
Oh,
this
that-
steak?
But it's like 4 inches thick. It's
Like a
marinated.
broil.
Yeah, well, that's a big motherfucking.
Oh,
It's
fuck, that
cooking in
looks good.
olive oil, peppers, seasoning, and vinegar right now.
Vinegar, salt and pepper,
Olive oil.
olive oil,
You better
seasonings,
do
and
a
onion.
lot.
I always eat. I eat raw onions, so I always say that onion, if I didn't eat it, would have ruined the whole dish. Thank God I ate that one.
Yes, by all means.
Yeah, that one. All the other onions are good. I saw it. I was like, that one's the problem. I had to be eaten. Didn't want to ruin the dish.
Fixed it right up.
Andy said the RVs are like boats and they sit more than they get used and are in disrepair. I guess yeah. First of all, if mine does start sitting, it'll get sold. I ain't gonna, because the longer
Well,
they do sit, the more you're losing the value. So, if you're done with it, you're done with it. But I have no intent. I have a huge bucket list. I have a fucking bucket list. I can't even keep track of the bucket list. I had
it's a
so many
huge bucket.
tablets. Yeah, I had so many tablets. I don't even know where to begin. And all of it's right here in the U.S. None of it is outside of the U.S.
See, technically mine sits, but I use it a hell of a lot. I'm there almost every day. And then even on the weekends, I've spent some nights in it. When there's a good thunderstorm coming through, I'll go hang out in it. But the reason why it's sitting where it's sitting is I got a prime fucking spot right outside of Babylon Village behind a bar. And it's a nice log cabin style little bar with the local crew that comes through with no drama and all that. And it's just like, I got a nice secondary apartment in Babylon Village behind one of my favorite bars to go to. So I don't want to move it because I don't want to lose my spot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like it where it is. I'll take it out on vacation and stuff, but there's a guy eyeing my spot. He has another trailer there. And I want to see how he sells it. I know why he wants to trade places. His is under trees and branches, so you get all the shit, all the sap, all the mildew and grime, and mine's out in the open where nothing drops on it. And all, when you have trees like over your house, the part of your roof where the trees are gets all that dingy and moss and mildew and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the part of your roof that's out under the sun all day is pristine. I'm in the sunny part, and he wants to trade just so, I'll buy him a tarp. I'll either buy him tarps and say I'm sorry, but I'm not falling for this trick, or I'll trade spots with you if you pay for my storage fees. Then you could have the good spot,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll just put tarps over mine. So it's he's gonna see the tarps on mine and be like, "That son of a bitch," and then it's like now I'm parked here for free. I'm not. I'm I wasn't born last night.
So Andy said he had an auto repair business for 35 years and hated working on RVs and boats. Yeah, they have this new, it's an RV school that you can actually go to, and they walk you through everything regarding the RVs. You can not only, you don't necessarily have to work on them, but you can inspect them. And I was kind of trying to talk Marvin into doing that, just being the inspector. You just go and inspect it. You say what's good about it, what's bad about it, and be on your way.
Well,
And
RVs you got to compartmentalize RVs because the engine part is to break it down. The engine part is the engine part. The electrical system is well more advanced. The suspension system is heavy duty. The drivetrain's all heavy duty. Um, so being a mechanic and depending on the RV situation, the engine could be a bitch to get to. But that would be the same whether it was an RV or not. Um, I looked at working in an RV as learning all the trades because
mhm,
the air conditioning systems, the low voltage systems, the solenoids, the hydraulics for the slide outs and stuff, there's a
yeah,
lot to them. So I get it. There's a lot to
there's
troubleshoot. But if
a
you
lot.
compartmentalize it, engine, electrical, hydraulic, suspension, and then structural. Those are 5 areas. And once you can break it down to which one of those 5 areas, and you can start to pinpoint on them, look at it as a learning experience. I mean, and now I had to work on my generator. The generator never ran for 60 years. The thing's only got 50 hours on it. That thing runs like a fucking champ now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Well,
It just,
I think people just, they go, okay, well, I should be able to just go to the RV and buy the RV, and I should be able to push the button. We just go down the road. And that's it. I mean, what else could there be to it? And it should, I paid a godly amount for it. It should just go. Well, there's a whole hell of a lot to it. Let me tell you what. If you buy an RV and you buy one with the kitchen in the slide out, you
oh,
are
that's
a
trouble.
dumb fuck. Let me
Or you
just
may
tell
not know.
you, you are an idiot. I want you to think about what you're doing. You're buying an RV that's going to go down the road 60 miles an hour with a fucking kitchen in it. So when you get to where you're going, all that shit has shaken loose. And what's in that slide out that you're moving in and out? What's in there? You got gas and you got water. Those are two things you do not want them in. Do you know that every used RV that I've looked at that has had those in there, if we actually
Leaks.
got in there, yes, you can look inside. They have leaked, every one of them. But if they didn't, if they had the booth or the couch inside of it, they hadn't leaked. Almost every single one of them.
Mine
So
has the dinette and the couch in the slide out part. So even the electric wire is afraid. I gotta fucking replace them because of the movement. But
exactly.
my kitchen is fixed.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
just down the road 80 miles an hour. Fly crew, that's why you take the house, so you don't have to fly 80. You can just chill out. But I think that, that's one of my biggest pet peeves is I will never buy a kitchen in the slide out.
in the slide out. You're
The,
asking. It's just more shit to break.
well,
The
the other
more
thing I would only do, I wouldn't ever buy more than probably if one slide out, maybe. Those slide outs, again, those are moving parts. Same thing with those fucking steps that every time you open the door, the steps come out.
yeah, we had to fix those. Little
Yeah,
lithium grease.
I
The more moving parts, the more there is to break. But I will tell you, if I was able to get a 2 or a 3 slide out, I wouldn't be against it because the systems they're simplistic. And the slide outs, oh, what a difference. What a fucking difference.
Well, if I'm going to do slide outs like that, then I might as well go for the Prevo, where it gives me the same amount of space, but I don't have to have slide outs and worry about all the issues that go along with slide outs.
They're
Number
not
one,
as bad as they try to scare you to be. I'll tell you right now, you got like 3 different kinds of systems. The kitchen in a slide out, 100%. You want to avoid that. You got nothing good from moving drain pipes and feed pipes, and that even with a regular slide out, you got electric wires that go in. It's all simple hydraulics, but the slide outs. Have you been in one with no slide outs? Have you actually physically been in one
yes.
and you found one that you were all right with?
Um, actually, not as a C, not in a C,
No.
only in an A,
Yeah.
because
Because the A's are huge to begin with.
mm-hmm, they are. And see, that's the other part is, so now, okay, well, I got to worry about where I'm at, where we're going to go stay at, because now I ain't taking, you can't take a fucking Prevo into a state park. There's going to not
No.
be that many that's going to actually take a Prevo. They're not going to fit. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
not
going
yeah,
to
you can't get around half the roads. Yeah.
right. So now the one that we stayed in at Lake Billy Chinook, we actually, there was all kinds of Prevos, great big huge Class A's that stayed in, and it was a state park. But a lot of them are not like that. So that would be
No.
the only thing that would be a huge bummer if you get too big of a motorhome.
That's where the slide outs come into play. And it is more shit to go wrong, but the systems are so simple. It's one of those like I think the fear of them is
Well,
worse. You know what's the worst thing that could happen to your RV besides a goddamn flat is your air conditioner not working.
well, I think that
Or
thing,
Eli said me driving it for the first time. I have yet to drive it. I'm driving it next weekend for the first time. Wish me luck.
oh, I drove ours all over, the one we rented. I, here's another thing that I um, have learned over time is when you go to buy one with slides in it, if you buy one with, say, 2 slides and there's a slide on each side, well, when you get into that campground, you may not have enough room to let out
For
both your
both of them.
slides.
Yeah.
So it's something you want to think about when you do that, because if it, I mean, you could be fucked.
Oh yeah.
It's not going to be pretty if you rented a place and it's, you get there at 8 o'clock at night and now you realize you're in too small of a campsite and you've
To
got,
be able to slide out. Yeah.
here's the other thing, slide outs with beds in them. If that bed flips up, that's a no-go for me. Some people, they can handle that. The reason I say it's a no-go is because if we have to pull over and sleep somewhere and I got to pull out the bed and the bed has to be flipped up, we're fucked.
You got
We
nowhere
can't
to sleep.
go to bed.
Yeah.
So that's a huge no for me. The other one is it's me and Marvin. I am not crawling over him to go pee. So it's got to be a walk around bed. It's got to
Yep.
be. Just fucking no
See,
ifs, ands.
I got lucky. I have a walk around RV queen
Mhm.
with a fixed bed in its own bedroom.
Can you
Um,
hear that dog?
yeah, but it's not distracted, not overly. No.
Okay. She's in her crate. She's
Robbie,
mad.
go live when you get it stuck in a ditch. I need a good laugh. You know what? When you come on the show, I'll go find a ditch and aim right for it. Like the movie RV. Although
Oh,
there's
thanks, man.
that's not as don't take that quite to face value because I won't make promises I can't keep. So you come on tonight and I'll show you that RV in a ditch. How's that?
You'll do what? I'm sorry. I was reading.
If No Show Tony comes on tonight, I will show him the RV in a ditch. my RV in the
No,
ditch.
you're not
Oh yeah.
fucking no.
Don't worry, I got this. I got this. We'll see. We'll see how
29
far he's
feet.
willing. Yeah, I'll put my RV in a rut or a ditch. You come on tonight. I will. I will. I'll show you the video tomorrow.
Lee said the size limit of the last state park she was at, it was 29 feet. We did
Yeah.
have a problem too. Well, it wasn't a problem because where we stayed at, it was actually, it was 30 feet and we were right at 30 feet. So it worked perfect. But
No, you gotta watch because when you go to rent spots and stuff, it'll tell you the size limit, whether it's a full pull through or back in. I have a 32 foot, so I can't go to anything less than 32 foot. And it becomes a problem. It's nice having all that space, but finding a place to park it with size, it's a balancing act. That's why like the bus I liked because the way the dimensions work, it's huge inside, but it's only 25 foot.
yeah,
But the bus is for sale. Anybody want to buy a bus to convert? This bitch is ready to go. I did all the fucking work to it.
hi Sherry.
I just Sherry, what's up, lady?
I'm gonna keep talking. I'm going to shut the dog up and grab coffee.
I
Oh,
saw that you're going to Amsterdam and Paris, I believe.
look, this is
Awesome.
my hometown. And my daughter didn't like this shirt.
Straight out of Kuskia?
Kuski.
Kuski.
Straight out of Kuski. I thought it was funny. Mind you, this is a town
Well,
of
I'm
only
James Hetfield. Straight out of Kuskia.
this is only
You
a
know?
town of 600 people, dude. It's like I'm not
shit.
shitting you. I don't know.
Size matters, Nettie said. That one's for you, got a girl.
That's right.
She said, that's right. All right, well, here we are. It's Tuesday night. I want to thank you guys all for checking in. This is not a sign off. This is just me covering some time. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, which I'm sure you all have. Hit that like button and share with your friends. Bring them to come hang out in the courtyard with the cool kids. Yank, we miss you, brother. Can't wait to see you soon. Everybody who's in the comment section, we love you. Thanks for being here. Now I'm gonna call Austin out here. Russia, Kuski. Uh-oh. Well, she could probably see Russia from her backyard. She is up in that area. Fly Crew keeps calling out Tony No Show for not showing up, but he won't start his own channel. Oh, there it is. A little drama for your mama. I was looking at heading to Galveston over the week after Xmas, but found a great flight. That's cool. I gotta wait a little while before I get vacation time, but I think my first night out's gonna be with the RV. I was talking with someone who has a 40-footer and hardly takes it anywhere. He wants to downsize. Yeah, that's about the access. It really is. You gotta have a place to park it.
I just looked up the size.
Oh, are you from? All right, so Black Sheep, Tony's calling you a Russian asset, and I'm gonna leave you with that for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, Tony. It's Kuski, not Russia. It's an Indian name. And they used to call it Kuskuskaya, which is really weird, and it also used to be called Stewart. Weird. I was looking at heading to Galveston over the week after Christmas. But found a great flight. But you found a great flight? Now your dogs are barking. Sorry, Donna. She's only 6 months old. She's a red heeler. I'll tell you straight up, I'm not a huge dog person. Not that I don't like dogs, they're just not. It's not my favorite. I know y'all are big freaking animal lovers, but Don't freak out on me, Wasp and Lee. I was talking to someone with 40-footer and hardly takes it anywhere. He wants to downsize to a 25-footer. Well, he should donate the 40-footer to me. That's what he should do. Because I guaranteed I can't afford it. Still on the mill bobs? What? Fuck's that, Fly Crew?
I looked at the limit. I posted RVs in Long Island.
Almost home, dang it. You better give me 10 more minutes. I want to say hi with you. That's what she said. Oh, too soon, sorry. That was funny. Jason will laugh. See, I don't do well talking to myself, like,
All right, I'm back.
hey, Brick
Hey,
and
you
all.
guys want to hear a cool little industry secret? Since now I do a lot of work around Tesla factories and shit. Since we're talking about cars and engines
Mhm.
and RVs and all that. Well, if you ever actually find yourself buying a Tesla, don't get one with a glass roof.
Just don't get one. How's that?
I would wait for the infrastructure. Um, you're not helping the environment. I'll tell you that flat out. But don't get one with the glass roof. If you can, get one with a hard top, because I'm working in a shop and 20 out of 34 cars in one day, they're all getting their roofs replaced, and it is not cheap at all. Besides everything else with EVs, I can't, I'm all for saving the goddamn environment. Hell, I want to go camping in it. But they're throwing out all of the food in the pantry because they want to grow a garden someday. And that's why I speak out against what the fuck they're doing when it comes to electric vehicles. It's not cheap. Not cheap at all. But if you are going to get a Tesla, don't get the glass roof. Don't. I've watched them. That's their biggest fucking service,
Fuck
is
Teslas.
replacing the glass roof.
Fuck that.
They sound like UFOs when they back up. That's
Stupid.
enough on that.
Dumbest fucking thing I ever. I cannot imagine going, oh, yeah, I gotta go replace my battery. Sure, hand us $12,000. You fuck off.
Well, a Chevy Volt's 29,000. You don't even want to talk about a fucking Tesla. The whole fucking bottom chassis is a battery. That's like
Tony,
$40,000 out of the whole car price.
Tony, are you looking for an ass whooping? Really?
King B Stacker, holy shit!
Hi,
I've
King
seen
B.
him once, twice. King B came
Nice.
over. How are you?
Wasp Smith.
I
Don't be
I
mad at
don't
me,
believe
Wasp.
it's not often I see King B Stacker in the comment section ever.
Tony, don't even say that. What do you mean? You would go on his channel, but you wouldn't go on ours.
Well, he came on mine. Did you see my last live? Me and him had a whole chit chat session. I can't give anything away. I signed a non disclosure.
He got on?
Yeah, he was on. We were chit chatting for like an hour. Great person.
Tony?
He or she, I don't assume. Yeah, I'll leave it up to you to assume gender.
Tony went on your live?
Maybe a little spanking. Yeah.
You lie.
If you liked my Facebook posts once in a while, you'd find out.
Dude, I
BS,
haven't seen
Bobby.
any Facebook posts.
After you're justifying it. You know I'm yanking your gutter. Come on now. Oh shit. BS. After show on my channel. You have a channel, Fly Crew. We know you do. You're gonna go live? You should. We know you got a camera. We know you got a microphone. We know you got eloquent delivery of information. So
How did I get the dog to stop barking?
you shake them a little bit by the throat.
Oh, she's in her crate. Here's the deal. She just got fixed. And so the poor little thing, she's got a toilet seat on her head and she has to be stuck in her crate while her mom runs to town because I don't want to leave her out by herself and unattended because she'd chew half my fucking house up. So she has to be put in her crate. So I didn't do anything to her. I went out and got coffee. I turned around. I did give her a dirty look and said, shut the fuck up. But of course, she doesn't listen because she's 6 months old and she ain't learned English yet.
I was gonna say.
So I just came into the bedroom and shut the door, and I can hear her out there. She's just, So I think she heard me, and that's why she got it. Was like, I'm gonna bark. So yeah, I wasn't mean
What
to
if you
her.
brought her out to introduce her? Is she small enough to hold up and introduce?
No, oh my God, she fucking destroy everything on here. That
Oh, okay.
toilet seat on her head. Oh, when she's better and she's not, yeah, she's.
All right. The run around with the cone
Let me
on,
just
just
tell you what she did
knocking shit.
today.
Yeah.
Kayla left to go get my granddaughter at the bus stop. The dog jumped up where the hamster cage is. She grabbed a hold of the hamster cage and brought the entire hamster cage down onto the
Oh
floor.
boy.
That poor fucking little hamster. It's a hamster that's only about this big around. And she was sleeping, and yeah, the dog scared the shit right out of her. Anyways,
That's wild.
she made it through it though. Didn't kill the poor thing.
Good for that hamster.
Oh, they're Jack Russells. Holy moly. Donna, that's a
I
lot of
miss
energy.
my pit bull. I had a pit bull. He was the best. Well, it wasn't actually a pit bull. He was a Staffordshire Terrier. But like, if I mated him with a bulldog, it would have been a pit bull. But no leash required, no nothing. You tell him one paw, another paw. I didn't do all the training, so I can't take credit. But he was a big part of my life, and I love him for it.
Also wants to know what else
Not a
I'm
dog
hiding.
person.
Yeah, he wants to know what else I'm hiding. I fucking a lot. No, I don't hide shit. Have you not figured that out? I'm not a people person either.
Bailey, she's got
I
a class
did
trip for
not.
her kid. She's going to a meeting for.
Wasp, I didn't let her out of the crate. She's still sitting there. She's a sweetheart. Here's the number one thing. There's a lot of energy. She is full of piss and vinegar, and she's a red healer. She needs a job. She needs cows. She needs to be able to go and deal with the
Some
cows.
dogs got to
That's
run. You got to run them. Yeah.
oh
Dogs
yeah.
are bred
So
for different things.
and so like today, Kayla will run her, but usually she's done it by now already. She'll do it in the morning, which she's already went out and fucking done a billion trips, and then she'll run her again in the evening. They do usually do 2 runs. Tonight they might only get 1 done, but they usually do 2 runs. But she's if Kayla has anything else she has to do, it's harder for her to get away and do that. So yeah, she had to go get her tires checked because something's going on with one of them. So
Hey, Kia. Yeah, I know her name's Lee. I call her Lay just because Rick always did, and well, after I found out, it just stuck. Lay.
Sherry's going on a
Riley.
flight to Amsterdam, and she's going with her daughter. Her daughter's buying her the flight. That's awesome. Fly cruise
Yeah,
on.
she's going to Amsterdam and Paris.
You couldn't pay me enough money to leave the country right now.
No, no, it's getting back Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the link? Oh shit. Sorry.
A bar wiener?
I don't know, but my computer types the goddamn keyboard.
Oh, this
else.
guy came into the bar the other day
Of
and he had
course.
both his hands all wrapped
To
up.
his elbows.
His dog had snapped and bit the shit out of him.
I knew the dog. Luca was cool, but hey, you got an audience now.
Tell them that they suck because they never posted
got
the
an
link.
audience.
Oh, never posted the link. Well, didn't know
And,
y'all wanted to come on.
and I did suck. I do suck, but that's kind of none of your business.
Unbelievable. So let's touch on Bill Gates buying all of this farmland.
Okay.
A total shift. Now we've been on for an hour, the hangout hour, is ending, and we got about 45 minutes because I know they keep it around to 2 hours. How much time you guys got left on your StreamYard for this? Because I know that is a factor to let people on.
What are we on? Oh, we should
So
be
we got
okay.
to do some flashpoints.
Have we had one or two? Let's see. The 26th or the 27th is when it starts. It's new.
Okay.
It's new.
Only because I know you guys keep it around 2 hours, and you posted the link, so any and all topics are welcome. But there was a couple of things that we wanted to address because the world's going to hell in a handbasket. It basically is going off the cliff at this point. So there's a few flashpoints if you guys have anything you wanted to bring up about any of those.
Here's
He's
Jason.
beyond a megalomaniac. Jason,
Jason, you're muted.
you're muted.
You have to unmute yourself.
Hi
Watch
guys.
how he does this,
Hey,
Tony.
hey,
See,
hey
there's a
everybody.
button. There's a button for the mic, Tony.
I'm going to sit down because I don't have a computer, so I only have my phone. So I just got home and I just wanted to come in and chit chat. How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you? Well, under
Been
the
an
circumstances.
interesting week to say the least, but you know. By the way, I heard I was kind of listening to y'all while y'all was talking about the electric cars. If people only knew the amount of carbons and lithium and the way to make all these electric vehicles. Not that I want to get back on the subject because I think it's
No. All topics are open, absolutely.
no,
And
I know.
And as far as minerals, there's a
People don't
slave
even know,
labor
but
concept to it. Yeah.
if they only knew how many fossil fuels it takes to make one electric vehicle.
Oh yeah.
And then Bobby, and I know you know this already. I know. I mean, I don't know if you do, good girl, but Bobby, I know probably I mean, where's the electricity coming from?
Oh well, they don't have a solar grid to charge them. That's for damn
No.
sure.
And I got solar on my house, and I freaking hate it. And then I did research.
And this is creeping into another topic. Hold on, real quick. I'm just going to foreshadow and preface something. This is touching into another topic that Gutter Girl had wanted to touch on tonight. Where is the energy coming from? Some of the places don't have the energy for it.
Right. Well,
there is none. Go ahead. Continue.
Absolutely.
Continue.
California.
I think she knows what I'm touching on at that point.
Right. And in California,
Bingo.
2035, that's like 14 million vehicles, I think they said, by 2035. And they can't even power. And that's a land of wind and solar. I've lived in California. I don't know if y'all have, but it's a beautiful place.
Oh, yeah.
Outside the liberals.
But they force you to buy an electric vehicle that they then tell you not to charge. Because that grid can't fucking handle it.
Yep. I don't remember where it is, but there's somewhere I heard, because I've just heard so much information lately, that if you turn your electricity or your AC up past 66, it's up to 3 years in prison. I can't remember where it was.
I would have to look into that. I know that they have it as an advisory and encouragement to keep your thermostat at something like 70, 76 or 78 degrees in California. And then places like Colorado, I've warned a lot of people about these fucking smart devices, smart utilities, smart appliances. I said, what happens when the government says lights out at 10 o'clock and they just shut your lights out? And then you got people in Colorado whose thermostat said you're temporarily locked out due to an energy emergency.
It's terrible.
It's a real thing. That's that really fucking happened. They got locked out of their smart thermostats
Right.
because of an energy crisis, and they're like, you can't adjust your temperature; it is fixed by the government. And that's
Well,
exactly what I told people when they started getting these things. I'm like, you just wait, and you don't have control over something that's connected to the interface, the
oh,
interweb.
definitely. It just it sickens me that and we're all of us on this channel are like-minded people. So, we all agree pretty much on this kind of stuff. This government overreach, this government oversight. Because we have more than, as Rick says, two brain cells to rub together. So, um, it's horrible. I mean, just look at what happened to Texas a couple years ago. I mean, or what was it, last year when they had the blackouts? I've got solar on my house, and it costs almost as much as my house, and I hate it. But there is
Well, there was a couple of parts to that. It wasn't just blackouts. That was you're talking about the freeze outs.
yeah, the freeze out. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, Bobby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
hold on. When did that happen? What was going on in Texas political talk right before that happened? That was unthinkable, unplannable. Nobody saw that coming. What
Right.
was Texas considering right before that happened?
Now I
I'm
I
getting
don't know that part.
conspiratorial on you.
No, I mean I don't know, Bobby. You are very well informed, so I don't personally know. Since I live in Florida, I'm like Yankee, but I live in a different part of Florida, and we've gotten frozen out too. I live in Northwest Florida. I live in Pensacola, and so we get the Arctic, weather. So believe it or not, it's cold as hell here because of um, we get the cold weather from up in Canada. What is it? The jet stream. Sorry, my brain's a little frazzled. I'm like Rick right now. I'm a little loose, so if I forget a couple of my words, but um, we're not like South Florida, but it gets cold as hell here in Northwest Florida. People don't understand the humidity with the cold weather. It's
Oh yeah,
different.
freeze.
I mean, you've traveled a lot, Bobby, so I'm sure you know.
I haven't
And
traveled a lot. Not at all. I've never left the eastern seaboard. I've been from here to
really,
Florida, New Jersey, and then up to like Boston. I've yet
Gutter
to travel.
Girl,
That's why I bought an RV, and me and Gutter Girl were talking. I can't wait to go. And if Gutter Girl's going to the Grand Canyon, well, then I'm going to the fucking Grand Canyon. I got a
yeah.
good reason to without thinking about it. I could just go.
right?
I've
I
been
did
dying
get
to
to go.
travel.
And Gutter Girl, I am not trying to leave you out of anything. I don't know if you've been down here yet or not. I know you went to Alaska. That was awesome. You
I
know,
haven't been to Florida yet, but that is one of our first RV trips. My best friend lives in Florida, so
Don't go during summer or
oh yeah,
fall.
she's
You
already
want you
told
want
us.
winter leading into spring. That's when you want to go
right?
because right now
No,
is hurricane season. Oh,
yeah,
go during winter. Honestly, go during winter.
yes,
That's
Yeah,
no,
probably your best bet.
yeah. Well, I'm telling you now, and I'm trying to look. I can't see y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to look at the comments. I'm
It's
trying to
tough
figure
on a
this part
phone.
out because I've been able to talk to y'all, which, I know what y'all look like, but I'm trying to see the comments as well, like y'all do. Um, Spring, where I am in Northwest Florida, I'm literally on the Alabama line. I'm 45 minutes from Alabama. So, it's different when, it's there's, like Yankee, he lives in Southern Florida. So his weather's a little bit different than mine because of the jet stream. So it's different. It's hot. It don't get quite as cold down there and now and again. That's when they freeze all the I can't remember exactly where he's at, and I don't want to reveal, for those who don't know. But I know he's,
About the
I
middle of
think,
Florida.
yeah, middle of South Florida, which my family's from Ocala, um, originally. So, but I
This
don't
is
want
your
to.
hurricane season right now.
So
Yeah,
when
The
I
but
whole eastern
you were
seaboard.
correct, Bobby. You were correct about spring coming into summer and even late fall. It's just beautiful where I'm at.
Yeah.
I mean, it is so beautiful. But, every part of the country has beautiful times of the year, but
Well,
we have extreme heat,
dead
though.
winter, like if I recall, I think dead winter anywhere from like late November through January, early February, you get a lot of rain. If not cold, 40s. And then summertime for people that are not used to tropical heat, it's like a wet blanket hitting you.
You can't, you just don't even imagine. We just
I
went
can't
through, people think Florida and they know it's hot. But I'm telling you
it's
right here,
hot
especially
and you can't
in
breathe.
Northwest Florida, the last few weeks, now we're getting a lot of rain right now where I'm at. I mean, we have mostly sunny days, but man, at the from about midday when the sun's high, when that UV gets on you, I mean, oh my gosh, it's like a monkey crawling on your back, or gorilla crawling on your back. You can just feel it as soon as you walk outside. And then the humidity on top of that, if it rains for like, 10 minutes, because it happens during the summer a lot, people don't understand. I know you live up north, Bobby, and I think you do too, good a girl, right?
I live in Oregon.
Oh, yeah, okay. But yeah, on the West Coast. People don't understand the humidity with the cold. Even though it don't snow here, the humidity is
It
so high, it's
freezes.
bone chilling cold. If you go out and go hunting or something, oh my gosh. If you get cold, even in all your hunting stuff, and I haven't done it in years, but man, it's bone chilling cold. I mean, you just can't even get warm until you get back in your vehicle. It's the humidity thing. We have
But
almost
man,
we have 80+% humidity a lot of the time right here where I live. So, but it's beautiful though. Don't get me wrong.
When I go to Florida to see my best friend, I will definitely be trying to get in touch with Yank,
Right.
and let's just say he lives really close to King B, I believe. Well, I know my best friend lives close to King B. I'm not sure about Yank. So, but they live on that side. So that would be
Right.
cool if a bunch of people were able to get together.
It
Um,
well,
would.
Yank already gave me permission to crash on his couch.
Who did?
Yank, I said I'm gonna come
Oh,
down and see you, bud.
of
And he's like,
course.
I was like, I'm gonna crash on your couch. He said, that's cool. I'll bring the RV just in case. But
Right.
I don't know
you
what
know,
you said about Texas earlier, but Damon said he wanted you to finish your thought about it, Bobby.
Bobby, what happened in Texas right before the power outage? Okay, this was um Texas was talking a lot about seceding. That there was a lot of talk about it within their constitution and their rights and their agreement with the federal government that they could become their own country. And once the talks started emerging and politicians were talking about we can fucking secede, all of a sudden a once in a lifetime occurrence happened where
Yeah.
all these hurricanes came through and Texas froze over for the first time in our lifetime
Yep.
just during the talks of secession. And we all know about HARP, okay, the high altitude what is it? I'll pull it up. HARP. It's a real fucking thing. HARP.
Fly crew, what are you going to Florida for?
And I'm sorry
High
for walking around,
frequency
guys.
active auroral research program. HARP. they control the fucking weather. And when Texas started really getting serious about seceding from the Union, it froze over. And their power grids went down. And they said, you rely on the US for power right now, and we'll come and save you. So that's where I was going with that.
Yeah. I mean, it
All right,
froze.
right before COVID. What happened to all the Hong Kong protesters in China before the
Right.
entire world got shut down? Right? They were protesting 1776 and singing our national anthem in the streets. COVID hit. They locked everyone down, welded them in apartments, disappeared a bunch of people. They opened up post COVID. Where the fuck are all the protesters?
Y'all already know the government's running this
We've known this
BS.
throughout the history of mankind. Governments will kill people. Look at war.
Yep.
They'll kill other people. They'll kill their own people. They don't give a shit. Government does not give a shit.
Fun man's here.
Bummy!
Hey, quick question, y'all. I'm sorry. And I'm going to try to sit down from now on. So I'm not moving around and making anybody dizzy that's looking, because I just have my phone. I can see y'all like right now if I'm just looking at the camera, but I can't see the chat. If I put it on the chat, then I can't see y'all. And I know
Well, you don't need to
Yankee
see how
asked
if
you.
you're paying attention to the chat.
Jason,
Yeah.
turn your phone.
What's that?
Put it on chat and turn your phone.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, I'm like, okay, I can still. It's showing me comments now, but I can't see y'all very well, or it's kind of in the background. I was just curious because I can see. Oh, hang on.
You only got so big a screen, so it's only got so
Yeah,
much.
no. I've got something on the side now, but I can see what y'all are putting up on the bottom now. But
Fly Crew said,
I'm
I want to go hunt public land here, but I have a lot to learn. Most concerned about laws. In Texas, do you mean, Fly Crew? You better talk to Rick.
All right. Fly Crew. There's something. There's an app called OnX. They have two different versions of OnX. One is for like ATVing, quadding, and off-roading. And then the other one is OnX for hunting. And what it does is it shows all of the property lines and who owns all of the property. Look up OnX. I'm pretty sure it's nationwide. That's what I use up here in New York to make sure anywhere that I'm going, whose property it is. I'm not encroaching on property lines. And just look up OnX
Blunt man.
and hunting, and it'll show you everything around you that who owns it, and you can figure out from there where you're allowed to and not allowed to. Blunt man, I want to give a quick shout out. Yes, I put a lot of information on. I for lack of a better term, on Facebook, I rape your news feed. I rape your feed. I put out all kinds of information, and then I put up some personal stuff, and I try to put out some funnies, things that make me I put them out. So I appreciate you coming in. I'm gonna start an actual series. I've learned this, gotta go. I'm gonna start one of my series is literally just me going through my Facebook posts, because I've learned that there's a lot more people that are sub to my channel that tune in every week than that actually come over to my Facebook. And a lot of Facebook censorship happens. So there will be a series coming out. It will be like every couple of days, just a digest of my Facebook feed. And it's a bit narcissist and self-centered because there's some personal stuff, but there's a lot of good information and some funny shit. And there really is. I think a lot of people gloss over some of the stuff I put up because you can post stamp, you could time stamp it, and then I'll even share my own posts once in a while and be like, remember when I fucking said this? So I appreciate that, Blunt Man.
Okay, so
Peckerhead.
Fly Crew said he doubts Rick knows anything about hunting public land. Okay, well, I thought that you meant you were going to look for some land. The public land and the hunt, it totally went right over my head until I just reread your comment. So sorry, Black Crew.
Oh, Gen G, honestly, I'm jealous. I wish I got to speak
Damn
with
it.
Rick like on the phone. That would be awesome because I honestly want to do a straight up interview with
Damn, I
him
wish I could
about
see
his
some comments.
perspective and experience. I think he's grounded enough to really lay out a couple of bridging statements for people and the disconnect when it comes to policing because he's one of us, but he's also been on that side of the badge, and I think it would be really good for a lot of people for him to get an honest interview from somebody who wants real answers and real things. And like Gutter Girl, he's got, he's straightforward and he doesn't sugarcoat. Like, for instance, I don't think he's ever put it out there. I would love to know what Rick's strategy would be to stop school shootings because he's not about a police state and turning schools into prison. But at the same time, he is not about letting people go into schools and shoot them up.
I
So,
think
what
you know
would
what I
be
think
his
he'd say?
strategy?
He'd
There's
say,
just
let
one
everybody
simple
pack.
question.
He'd say, let
That's the
everybody
obvious.
pack.
That's the obvious answer.
It's the only one. It's the only one that's
Everyone
gonna
who? The students and the teachers and everybody?
well, the adults that are, you
Yeah.
wouldn't hand a second grader a gun and say, "Here you go."
Now, what about teachers with pride flags in the room? Teachers that bring them to drag shows.
Well,
Teachers
it's
that
their choice if they want to take one or not. But I mean, if they want to carry one or not, but they don't have to. But I think it
they
should be.
might end up shooting the kids
Then
themselves.
everybody would be honest, because you would never know who had one and who didn't. So you'd have a lot more respect. Number
Well,
one.
well, and Rick's taught us all this too. If when the criminals are scared, because us like-minded people, when the criminals are scared and they know we're packing, or they don't know, like you're saying, Go to Girl,
Mm-hmm.
they're just less likely. I mean, we've all seen it every time they go somewhere. It's usually a gun-free zone. So, it's because they're cowards. He said it, and we all
Well,
know it.
the safest place right now, the safest place in this country is standing next to an armed Republican supporter, not politicians, the people.
Yeah,
That's the safest place in this country is standing next to a Republican who's armed.
right.
Look who stopped the mass shootings.
Yeah.
They weren't voting Democrat. They wouldn't have been packing.
Don't.
When I went to school, we had guns in the back of our rig.
Yeah, and rifle clubs. Rifle
on
clubs
gun
used to be a school sport.
There's my gun rack. I mean, except my wife stole 2 of them when she ran off. But anyway, that's another story for another day. But yes, when I was in school, I had a gun rack in my pickup truck, and we didn't think about shooting up stuff. It's just a lack of morale.
And that shit never came out of your mouth either. That
Right.
you were going to shoot. None of that.
Nope.
You just didn't. That absolutely was just forbidden. You just didn't do
Right.
it.
It's a value structure. It's
Right.
a
It's morals. It's morals and values, and that's the problem.
Now
They're not teaching them in school. They're teaching pronouns. Luckily, I live in Florida, so it's not like that.
Now, I'm
around
going to
here.
say this because I know a lot of people pick on religion, and I'm going to preface this by saying I think religion was one of the original forms of control through conformity. But
Right.
a God-fearing man fears no
Right.
other human. That's
Right.
a value of that. You shall see
Right.
no God before me. Not meaning you can't believe in other gods, but man is not God. So
Right.
you don't fear other men. See,
We're in
that's
the
a
air.
value in it. So no other men is, and that's a person in government like Joe Biden. Who the fuck is he? He takes painful shits. He's got to
Right.
cut his nails. He's got to brush his fucking teeth. He's not a
But
god. He's
well,
another man.
now he's got to get his
For
wife to put his
some
pants
reason,
on. But
people worship these people in government. They're just like us. They are
yep,
people. So when I get onto the religion aspect of things and I say they took God out of everything, it has to do with the value structure. It
right,
doesn't
right,
matter what God you believe in or a
right,
mystical, magical man or all of
right,
those, because I have no proof God exists.
It's
That's
about
a
being a
right.
good
fair
person.
argument.
And none of us do. And you're
It's
right.
about being
You're
a
on the
good
right
person.
track.
It's
You're
the
on the right.
value structure. If you really wanted a good fucking society, they'd follow the 10 Commandments.
Right,
Not because it's delivered from God, but because it's natural decency. And they go, "Oh
right,
well, I don't need a God to tell me that murder is bad." Yeah, well, some people are out there just murdering people and don't give a
right.
fuck.
You're
Maybe if they had the
absolutely
fear of God put in them, like, yeah, listen, there's something bigger than what you're doing here on earth, and you're going to be judged for it. Fear is a great control mechanism, and we learned that through COVID.
we
COVID
did.
proves that the sky is falling campaign snaps
Mhm.
people into conformity
Hey,
and to be completely like lemmings,
Chicken
and it's the
Little.
value structure. It's not about praising and everything in the Bible's real, because the Bible thumpers make us look real bad.
No, they
The,
do.
the them
They
Bible
do.
thumping fucking judgmental sons of bitches. I'm sorry, but I thought you're
Right.
not going to judge.
It's
But
not
the
about
What is
value,
one of the commandments? Thou shalt not judge others. But yet well, let me say what
and then
I think. But
gotta
you're
go. I'm sorry, I
absolutely.
didn't mean
I
to cut
agree
you off.
with you totally, Bobby. I do. But I absolutely do. But religion, and because there's so many different forms of it, man has made the churches, even though they're all Christianity. I was raised Baptist Pentecostal, and they're some of the most judgmental people. So, but man has messed up the actual church. They interpret the Bible in their ways. But I
Yeah,
had
they
a
rape little kids and say, how much do you like Jesus? Give us your fucking paycheck.
right,
People
right.
corrupt shit.
Well, of course, hey, absolute power corrupts absolutely, and unfortunately, since we're just humans, we're not perfect. I mean, hell, the Bible tells us that too. But not to stay on religion too much. But I had a youth
This is
pastor tell
less
me one
about
time.
religion and more about values. And I know that Gutter Girl had a
Right,
point to make before, and she got cut off of it. So
well
right.
that
before we
my
jump to
Oh,
exact,
another
I'm
point,
sorry. I'm sorry if I interrupted. I'm sorry.
it's my exact point though. It's not about religion.
Mm-mm.
It's about being a good person. It has, I mean, Jen says, well, the golden rule, don't be an asshole, actually. Do no harm, period. Well, I don't know if
that's
I
subjective because in your eyes, what is an asshole?
well, and
Right. That is.
What makes somebody an asshole?
Well, may I? And I don't want to interrupt you, Gutter Girl, because I can't see the comments like y'all. But may I say something that a youth pastor told me years ago?
Mhm.
He
Yes,
said, if I live my life, my entire life for God, religion, and find out there is no God, did I live a bad life being good to people? Because that's, the gist of it is
Depends
morals.
on why you did it. and
Well, I
and
mean,
and
morals
what
and
a bad
values.
life would mean to you if you did it under the pretense of getting let into heaven, then
Right.
you really only did it for yourself.
Well,
See
no,
me,
no,
I
he
am
was
the way I
saying,
am, and I treat people, and I know when people take advantage of me. Eli yells at me all the time, I'm too nice to people, and I don't do it under the fear that I might go to hell. I just
well,
do it
no,
because
he,
while my presence is here on earth, I want to make other people's lives
right,
better. So
right.
even if
Well,
I go to hell, I'm not doing it for my own benefit. So
no,
if
I
he's only
agree.
doing it to live under God and to avoid hell, then
Well,
he's honestly doing it for himself, and that's a bit.
no, I agree with
It,
what
it
you're.
depends. It depends why he asked that question.
No, no, no. He said, if I live my whole life being good to people, maybe I didn't say it right. It wasn't about heaven or hell. And then he was basically saying, if we die and there, is no heaven or
Okay,
hell.
this
Yeah,
I'm
you
I'm
see
gonna
what I
say
mean?
this
But
again.
he
Hold on,
said, I
Jason.
live my
I'm gonna
life
say this
being
again.
good to other people.
Hold on.
That
Digest
was
this
his
for a
point.
second. Hold on. Ready? Did
Yeah,
I waste my life being good to people? And I said
right,
it depends on why you were being good to people, right?
right.
And
Well,
he said,
not
"Well,
just for,
if I die and find out there's no heaven, did I
right.
waste my life? Well, were you only being good to people to get into heaven?
Yeah, that's true.
You
But
understand that
I
that's
can't.
you have to dissect that because
Now,
me,
I
even
agree.
if I
Well,
thought I
this
went to
was,
hell, I'm perfectly okay that I
well,
was
no, it
being
was
good to people.
at
I
the
wasn't
time.
doing
I
it
don't
out of
think he
fear.
meant it, as a heaven or hell thing at the time, because, and I was very young. I was a young teenager, but he's just like, basically,
I don't
hey,
know
if
any
you're being,
scriptures,
if you
Tony.
live your life being good to people, and he wasn't really putting a whole lot of religion
I'm a
into
bad
it.
Christian.
You know what I mean? And believe me, I'm not super
I'm going to tell you
religious.
right now. I think his question answered spoke for itself. Did I waste my time being good to people if there is no heaven? Well, were you only being good for people in case there was a heaven? You
No,
understand? Like that right there. It kind
no,
of
and
spoke
I know what you're
volumes
saying.
about his
I know, and
character.
brother, I know what you're saying, but he's saying what the way I interpreted it, at least, is he was saying that I've had a good life because I treated people well. That's the way at the time, the way he worded it. And believe me, this was over 30 years ago. So don't quote me. I'm thinking he said, I haven't wasted my life because I was at least good to everybody. The morals and values. That's, kind of what I think,
I'll
that
put
he
it to
was
you this
talking
way.
about.
I live by one rule when it comes to treating people good. I treat them the way I wanted to be treated.
Right.
And
Right.
it fucks me in the ass a lot of times.
Me too,
A
brother.
lot of
Me
times I
too.
get fucked over. But I'm not doing it hoping that it pays off in the end. I do it because in my heart at the time it's the right thing to do. Be heaven or
Right.
hell or be nothing or purgatory or we just disappear.
Right.
Or
Now,
I'm with
I
gotta
agree.
go. When I die, I'm haunting some motherfuckers. And I'll explain this later.
Yeah.
I'm haunting a
Well, no,
supermarket.
I'm too
You'll hear
nice to
me
want
out
to.
later on this point, but I'm gonna haunt the supermarket. If I'm haunting your supermarket and you think you're walking away with a
Hey,
bag of chips, I got news for you. I'm
hey,
just gonna run up, and go pow, and there's
I
gonna be a
don't
lot of people
disagree with
going to
you
fucking
on
psychotherapists.
the. Hey, I don't disagree, and I apologize. I don't try to be interrupted, but if I get a thought, it sometimes just comes out. But no, I don't disagree with you. Because I'm not a big, Bible thumping person or any of that. I had people push religion on me a lot. My best friend, and Gutter Girl, please, I'm not trying to keep you out of anything. So if you got anything to say, because
Yeah,
it's
you've
your
been
show,
awfully quiet, Gutter.
No,
yeah.
I'm really
So
calm.
I'll shut up about
She's
it
on the
now.
comment
So,
thing right now, and anytime Gutter Girl just starts to speak, we shut up.
yeah,
That's what we do. It's
and
her
I'm gonna,
show. Gutter Girl's the show, you know.
of
You're good.
But
course, and she's looking amazing tonight. By the way,
Oh, thank you.
you
I'm
know.
not feeling
Bobby, you,
amazing.
you ain't too bad, but I ain't into dudes, so
I appreciate that. You're a
But
handsome fellow
Eli's funny as
yourself,
hell.
and we all
Eli is
know
funny
Gutter
as
is a
hell, though.
beautiful woman.
She is.
Thank you. But,
That's a moot point at the end of the day. What his pastor was trying to say is he led a good life. He was good to people, and if there is no heaven, your life wasn't wasted. Well,
Right.
that
I
was
mean, that was my
what my point
interpretation.
was. Like are you in it for you? or are you
Well,
in it
I
genuinely
don't
for
think
others?
so because I think
He might
all
have
of
been
us.
testing you and what you think,
Well, what I was going to say is,
because
well, what I was going to say real quick, and is I think we're all good to our people. We talk from week to week. I'm just a little blip on the radar, because y'all have, like YouTube streams and stuff, and I love it. And I love the fact that we're all here, like-minded people, under Rick. You see good character, and wherever you got it from is wherever you got it from.
I got
And I'm the
people
same
love
way. I'm
that.
like you, Bobby. I mean, and Gutter Girl, you haven't said too much about the subject, but I was raised with religion, but I was forced away from it a little bit too because of the fact that they tried to force it on me, and I don't like the church. I don't like the man part of it. I don't like the institution. I'll have my relationship with God on my own, and like right now, and just us talking about it, and to me is, I mean, two or more people talking in the name of God is, if you believe in religion, the Bible is basically church. But I just want to be good to people. I can't, like you said, it bites me in the ass too, Bobby. It bites me in the ass because then I'm so nice that at some point when people aren't nice to me, at some point, then I mean, I've raised 4 kids, got 2 grandbabies, and I'm only 44. Yeah, people can piss me off. It's
Well,
like,
I want to address this because Mishka said, Bobby, that's a moot point. At the end of the day, what his pastor was trying to
oh, I
say
just
is he led a good life and he was good to people, and if there is no heaven, your life wasn't wasted. No, he was asking if he did waste his life. And as
no,
far
no,
as this
no, no.
pastor goes, well, he was asking, that was the question, and he might have been testing Jason. But I would have responded with a question of, do you know of any pastors that were molesting children, and have you turned them in? Or why are you worried about or if there's a heaven or isn't there a heaven? Is that why you were good to people, or were you good to people because your heart and your character made you that way? Because
No,
me,
I
naturally,
understand.
I'm a giver and genuine. So there's a lot to unpack there, especially without
Right.
context. So
Well, but
I'm not.
it was
But
it was
there's
well over.
there's different perspectives to
Right, right,
approach this
right.
from.
There was
Yeah.
it was well over 30 years ago, but I believe the lady that asked the question was dead on. Um, because it's been a long time ago, and my memory ain't the best. But he was just saying, I wouldn't have wasted
Well,
my life if I'm being good to
it's a
people.
literal point. Say we
And
find
and
out
I
that
don't
when we
think he
die,
was
we're nothing.
asking a
Jason, let me ask you
question.
a question. Let me ask you
Yeah,
a question.
yes, sir.
If when you die, you find out that's it, done, end of life, nothing, no afterlife, no ghosts, no other dimension, no heaven, no nothing, would you live your life any different? I know I would in some aspects, but not about being nice to people.
Well, I mean, I like to believe in my grandfather. I like to believe in morality. Good. I want to be good to people. I treat people good. I work with a lot of good people and yada
Hey,
yada. I mean,
Pepsi,
the golden
we're
rule.
moving on. Don't
So
worry.
I don't know that I honestly, because
Juicy
I'm
shit's
not
coming.
in church and stuff, and I honestly I pray and I have my own relationship with God. Um, I don't even know what the comment section is saying
Well,
because I'm not used to
this
this,
is
but it
this
don't
is a
matter because it's my relationship. What I'm getting at is I'm living my life the way I want to. I'm
well. That's what I'm
actually I
trying
wish
to.
I wish I was doing a little bit better, but it's okay. I'm teaching my kids to be good kids. They all work hard. They do good in school. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
that's where I'm getting at.
morality, but it's based on some of my morality is based on my religious upbringings, but I'm damn sure no. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just not no
All
Bible
right.
thumper because
This,
man has polluted the Bible
all of it,
with their.
everything.
I mean,
This
we're
is what
we're
I'm getting at.
humans.
Because I think
But
with Stun, I'm watching the comments in the comment section, and I think they're turning this into a religious,
well, I'm sorry.
like an Ash Wednesday. It's really not. This is a morality
Right.
conversation, and
Just
and some
morals.
people get taught morals through different aspects. Some
Right,
people
right,
have grown men in their life that whoop their ass to tell them what's right. Some
right,
people get brought through a religious system,
right,
regardless of what the religion is, that teaches their morals.
right.
This is more about how you carry yourself as a person. We're not talking about
There
God.
you
We're
go.
not talking
Yeah,
about the Bible. I
I
can't sing
agree.
any
I
psalms
agree.
or
And I
recite any scripture.
apologize.
This is
And go to
not one
girl,
of those. This
go to
is,
girl. I see you
how do
over
you
there.
carry yourself as a decent human being, and where do
Right,
your morals come from? And how this whole
right,
thing started off as was the morals of the Christian religion
right,
tended to have people carry themselves in a decent way under the
right,
fear that they would be sent to hell. And it comes back to the way the government operates, by fear. The sky is falling,
right,
climate
right.
change, radical
Hey,
fascists, Nazis.
chicken,
They want to put you
chicken
back
little.
in chains. This is not about God. This is about
No,
carrying yourself like
and
a
I'm not
decent
trying to
person,
make it about
and
that as well.
what mechanisms brought you to
Right.
your system of
How did
morality
you
and how
learn?
you carry yourself. and
Right,
and and I mean, there is something to be said about the more secular, the more non-God that society has gone to, the more reckless, hateful, and malicious it's become. But that
right,
has to do with a lack of values, a lack of structure, a lack of decency.
right.
And
And
this is not Ash Wednesday. This is fucking Tuesday, titillating Tuesday. We're titillating your thoughts, your neuroprocessors, your neurons are fucking firing. It's not about God. And anybody that showed up late, Pesky, I'm sorry to hear you had a 12-hour day, as did I.
Hi,
Um,
Pesky.
but we're
hey,
not thumping bibbles over
no,
here.
no,
We're
no, no. We're
talking
not
about
talking Bibles, and I
common
apologize.
decency,
I
and how you would
apologize.
live your life.
Hey, I
Because I'll
apologize,
tell you,
but
the people in
Bobby,
fucking government aren't afraid of an afterlife. They ain't
right,
worried about that fucking shit.
Bobby,
Their
you're
morals are out the
absolutely
window.
right. That's what we're basically talking about. Is wherever you get it from, morals, morals. Whether it's your parents, whether you go to church or not, don't matter. Treating people good is treating people good. That was just, like I said, that was just a question my youth pastor said. I didn't know him that long. He was very young, and this I was very young. So, but it was just an interesting thing, to me at that time. But I don't want to stay on that because Miss Gooder Girl is sitting here looking so amazing and has been just chilling, and I don't want to interrupt her show, with all this stuff. So.
Oh, he totally took over it at this point. Gotta just got hijacked. This is Ash Wednesday Bible time with Bobby and Jason. What's your favorite
No, no, no,
song?
no, no. Believe
Uh,
me, no. I mean,
Wasp.
Their
Hold on,
ground.
Wasp. When shit hits the fan, remember the Amish are the closest to Earth and animals. They know how to maintain them the best, and they know how to work without the technology that's destroying the environment of them all. Because I will admit that what we do with production and manufacturing destroys this planet. There
it
will
does.
be no animals, and the Amish rely on animals. Therefore, they have to take care of them. So they do take care of them. That would be. I would
Wait,
maybe me and Wasp would like to have
wait.
one day in the
What's
near
Fly
future.
Cruise?
We'll have a discussion about that point.
I'm
Titty
sorry, Ross.
Mosquito.
What is Titty Tuesday? Fly Crew.
Titty Tuesday.
That does not say Tuesday.
T- t-
No,
no, you might have
it's
mistyped.
Tuesday. I can
If he's
actually
on a
see that.
keyboard, the Q is up there. You got to get
Tuesday
that pinky under control. He's got his pinky's going. Pinky's out. But then again, Austin's fancy.
So here's what I'm going to say about your whole thing with this. I wear
Yes.
my heart
Wrap it up.
and my ass right on my sleeve right here. You will find both of them. My
Mhm.
heart and my ass, and they're both right here. And you might see me cry. If you do, you're probably going to see my ass right shortly after there because I'm going to turn into an asshole right
Mhm.
after that if you get me to the point where I'm crying. So we're going to have fucking issues there.
Right.
But here's the deal. I wear both of those really close
Mhm.
because it's a really thin line
It
as
is.
which side you're going to get. If you're being a dumb fuck, I'm going to tell you so. But if I do, it's probably because I give a shit.
Right. Because you
Now,
care.
that's not always the case. I might tell you you're a dumb fuck just because I can't stand you. And so, but in all reality, that's kind of how everything's right here. I don't sugarcoat anything. And if somebody comes to me looking for sugarcoat, even my own grandkid knows. Grandma don't
I'll
sugarcoat
be
it.
honest.
She's how
I'm
it
the
is.
same fucking way. I am
Me,
absolutely the same way. That's called being real. There's no filter. It's just you
like,
bang.
It,
like mine, Joe.
it
We're
gets me.
all here.
It
I
gets
would
me in
have to
a lot of trouble.
I would have to say, I mean, it's right there. It's immediate reaction, and people go, "Oh, you're overreacting." I'm like, "No, I'm not waiting. You just said something fucked up. I call you out right then and there. Like I'm
Right.
not. I don't have time. Life's short.
Well, my problem is sometimes because of raising all the kids and everything. Sorry, I'm walking around. Um,
Fucking fly
that
crew. His
I
thumbs are
will,
bugging out.
I will, I hold a lot of stuff back, like you were talking about, Gutter Girl. I mean,
Hmm.
well, I do. I shouldn't probably, but then when I do finally say something, everybody's like, "Well, why you being an asshole?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? I should have said this sooner." But I mean, with my kids and everything, it's
Well, kids are
I don't
different.
know. I
Kids are
mean, I'm not
different than
talking about
other
my
adults.
kids, but just in general. But I mean, like my coworkers, I don't have problems with coworkers and stuff like that. Now I work for the county, here where I'm at, and it's just like, and I know y'all know there's people out there that can just be an asshole all the time, and people are like, "Oh, that's just the way they are."
Yeah, they're
Me,
just a fucking asshole.
right? But society kind of accepts them as an asshole.
Yeah.
But me, I can
They
be
enable
nice,
it.
nice, nice, and then finally when I do, because maybe I shouldn't, but that's just the way I am. I want to be nice to people. I want to give them a chance, probably to a fault. But then when I do finally say something, then they're like, "Well, why are you being an asshole?" It's
See,
like,
I'm one of those. Yeah, because it comes out of left field with you. You
right,
enable behavior so long, all of a sudden your behavior changes. See, me,
right,
I just react to behavior right on the spot. You're
yeah.
being an asshole. I could be a fucking asshole.
Well,
You know what I mean? But it's gonna be
yeah,
right there and then, and we'll get into an argument. I'll wake up the next morning and be like, "What's going on?" Because it's past. Me and Eli do it. We're the fucking odd couple.
hey,
He'll say something stupid. I'll say something stupid. We'll go fucking back and forth, and then we wake up in the morning. And it's like, "What's up?"
yeah,
Back to the normal. You
I
gotta rip the
totally
band-aid off,
agree.
and it's a way to keep each other in check. Because when you enable bad behavior, they get
Well,
used to it, and then all of a sudden you flip your shit, and it's like, "Oh, you are a fucking psycho." We go back
right,
and forth, so we know where we stand on our limits at all
right.
times,
Yes.
No, and I agree with that
and
totally
that's the
because I
fairest way
mean,
to be.
believe me, I agree with that totally. Now, I mean, if it's somebody like somebody close to you, exactly. Because like I said, I've got my oldest daughter will be 22 this month. My youngest stepdaughter, but she's my daughter, 21. My two boys, 12 and 13. And it's like just like with you and Eli. I mean, I know where our limits are with them, and then the next day they know when Daddy gets pissed, I'm pissed, and stop it. But at the
And you
same
just make
time,
sure it's for a good reason.
it's more. I was talking more for like other people. But luckily, right now, I have a great job where they treat us like family. So it's been better, a lot
Now
better, and
I
almost
wanna put it. I wanna take some attention real quick to Blunt Man's statement. Being an asshole is a necessity at this point.
Mhm.
Well, it's selective. It's always selective. There's
right.
a lot of people who need assholes in their life because they've been enabled so long by people who haven't said anything that they think that their bad behavior and bad decisions are what's right. Had
You,
somebody right away when they started going down the road of their fucking douchebaggery said, no, you're a fucking asshole. Someone like me, Gutter, Eli, we're right off the fucking bat. We're like, no, no, fuck you. Then it never would have became their norm where they need someone. If you perceive me as an asshole, you're fucking up.
yeah,
I'll
yep.
put it that
Oh,
way. It's
especially
very
with me.
simple. If I'm an asshole to you, you're fucking up because I love, I give, I'm generous, and I care
Right.
about fucking everybody. So
I do
when
too.
I get nasty to you, you fucked up because
Yep.
you get it right away. You might not even realize you're fucking up, but it's one of those where it's like, I don't wait right
Wait,
away. I snap at you, and
wait,
then
we're
it's like, why
gonna
you
have
snapping? And I'm
talks.
like, well, you're so used to getting away with this shit. You're not getting away with it. Now I look like an asshole, even though I'm being honest.
Okay, two
Yeah.
things. Two things. First of all, hi Ash. Glad you could make it. Totally understand. Freaking life gets in our way and
It's
we just.
right. Oh,
Second of all,
we got a blocker. You're blocked. How about that?
where'd it go? Fuck.
Which
Oh,
one?
right here. Tony says he needs an asshole in his life and he wants to know if he can borrow flies.
Oh,
So
that's it.
I
Your
am just
reprieve is
gonna
done.
put out
Tony No Show. You're getting blocked. How about fucking that?
how about
We do not solicit sex.
it sounds like
We
a
encourage it.
monkeypox. It sounds like a monkeypox alert.
Pride pox. Pride
I
pox.
agree, Gigi.
Pride pox.
Hey, it's not a gay disease, y'all. Okay,
You know what?
99.98% is gays. It's not a gay disease, y'all. Okay,
Now, for comic
can't
delivery,
call it.
you could have said, I need an asshole in my life. Fly crew, can you come hang out? Because that
No,
would
I
have been
saw.
funny calling Fly Crew an asshole. But to borrow his asshole, not sure. I don't want to assume your gender, but I am going to say that's soliciting butt sex. And YouTube looks down on that. Unless you're in the Vatican.
Well,
There's your shot. Oh, shit.
wait, no. If you're doing it for yoga, then you can. It's got to be a yoga move. I don't know
Well,
what they call it, but I'm sure there's a name for it.
pesky,
Bend
sometimes you got to let
over,
peacocks fly. Go
bend
ahead.
over, bro, or I don't know. There's got to be a name for it. Bend over. I don't know. Something. What are
Oh,
yoga
you know
names?
what? You want to hear a true story? At my little sister's graduation, she's 11 years my junior. At her graduation, they actually snuck in a bend over on the graduation announcements in front of in the fucking stands, the whole thing, the loudspeaker, bend over. And we all fucking lost it because it was so old they forgot about it that the motherfucker wasn't even paying attention and actually read it out for a student to cross the stage with the name bend over. It fucking happened. It happened. I heard it. I was there. I witnessed it. I bear witness. Right hand on the Bible, left hand to God. I fucking witnessed that shit. You know, I'm gonna run and pee. I can't wait to see what you're all talking about when I get back.
Hey, oh,
You should go to the bathroom and then pee. Don't run and pee, because Eli is gonna kick your ass out if you do. I'm just
Well, when
saying.
hey,
I flushed, they just assumed all that trinkle leading back was me washing my hands and not having a paper towel.
Yeah.
Keep them guessing, bitches.
see you in a minute, Bobby.
I'll be right back.
Hey, Gigi, what
Yeah.
is Yankee gonna think when he sees this back?
Oh,
Or do you think he's watching?
he ain't gonna give us two shits. He might
Oh
not,
no, I know that. Oh no,
but
I know that.
he'll watch later, and he ain't gonna give two shits. He'll probably laugh his ass off.
Oh,
He,
I imagine. I was just curious because either I figured it out. I can either look at y'all and y'all are kind of in the background, or I can look at the chats because I damn sure don't want to look at my own damn self. But I wish I could comment. Maybe when y'all are talking, but I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. This is your show, love. So you know. Um,
so
I was going to ask you, did you see Eli in the background a while ago?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
he,
he's over there, "Woo,"
he's there.
just doing his thing.
He's right there. I can see him. Eli, you
Oh,
beat a
fly crew. Did you see that? The other 2% are lying. Absolutely. Hey, it ain't the dog's fault. He didn't do it to himself. If anybody don't know that, a dog caught monkeypox.
I
you
want to know
know,
how children are catching monkeypox.
who?
Children.
Oh well,
And I think a couple of the first cases they were children of gay men who were also. I think 2 gay men that adopted children got busted for hosting them in child porn. There's something to this. They are normalizing pedophilia, and this is a
yes.
cancer.
You know
See
what? And
that?
there's some schools, and they're actually, they can't call it child molesters. They have to call them something.
They're
It's
MAPS,
they're
minor
young.
attracted
It's
persons.
something young, attracted.
Minor attracted persons. MAPS.
Minor attracted. That's bullshit.
If you look at a prepubescent child and you think sexually, your brain ain't wired right, and you need to be removed from society. I'm fucking
I
sorry.
just said, hang
I'm
on, I'm
not
trying to get
sorry.
it.
Not sorry.
Four,
There's the
four
sorry.
children
There's my
I've
heart.
raised.
Not sorry. There's the ass. Fuck you. Get
4
away from my
children I've raised. 2 from mine and her previous relationships, and so they're like I said, 21, 22. So they're almost a decade older than my other 2, and those were my 2 girls, and then my 2 boys, and now I have 2 grandsons, and they were born a week apart. I have never looked at one of them and said, man, he's hot or she's hot. That's disgusting. That is freaking disgusting. I love my kids. And for anybody, and I, living in Florida, I love the officer down there, Grady Judge, I think his name is, that's arresting people from Disney left and right in child porn stings. It's sad. Walt Disney's rolling in his grave. He just
teachers. You used to worry about the creep in the white van hanging around by playgrounds.
Right.
Now the people you need to protect your children from are sitting at the big desk in the front of the fucking classroom.
Exactly.
And we got a
And
lot of
then
issues
promoting.
with this. And some of the things that I came across, this is maybe I'm not going to do this tonight, but in the next couple of days, I'll do a recap on my Facebook shit. There's teachers that promote their fucking agenda. They're going against the law and the system and the school policy.
Yep.
And they're going behind parents' backs, and they're sexualizing children, using them as fucking therapists to validate their own fucking their own mindsets. And it's supposed to be left to the adults. We all love the movie Holiday. You ever see the movie Holiday? I love that movie. It was about fucking adults and the one little girl that had found out about it. A lot of my friends are trans. They're adults. They are sickened to death what these people are doing to children. Drag queens.
But You know, and
children with
I know
drag
you've
queens.
probably heard, Bobby, because I know how informed you are. I'm not sure, Gutter Girl, if you have, but
Oh, she's as informed as I am. I learned as much from
well,
Gutter Girl
no,
as
I
she ever
know.
learned from me.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's just a little more quiet. Maybe it's because I'm a, being too loud tonight. But um, the problem is the women, the gays, and everybody that started the movement. They're disgusted with like the trans and everybody just trying
Well,
to jump on
this is
board,
this
and
is what
and I
this
don't care as long as you're an adult. I don't care.
this is the disconnect, and I don't think enough people realize this. The gay
Right,
community should not be equated to the LGBTQ movement.
right.
LGBTQ movement is a political movement.
It is.
The gay
You're right.
community is adults just wanting to be accepted as adults who have
Right,
sexual preferences. There's a
right,
complete difference. The LGBTQ is about conformity, Marxism, bullying,
right.
and political change. The gay
Yep.
community just
But you know
wanted to be
I get
accepted.
what you're saying. Here's my problem with that. I believe it all started with the gay thing. And it went from being gay to, well, we should be able to be bi too. We should be, I mean, if we decide we want to do both, we should be able to do that. And you should just be accepting of it.
Okay,
You should be
that's
accepting
fair.
of it. And
The
now,
slippery slope.
oh, wait, now we're going to go further. And we're actually going to, now you need to make sure that you also accept anybody that, oh, what's the other ones that they've came up with? Oh, let's go as far as transgender. Let's go. It all started with being gay. It
Hmm.
I'm gonna
started there.
let me
And we were all supposed to sit fucking back and let them all do it. And now look where we're at.
now
Now,
this
now they're trying to fucking
hold
groom
on.
our kids into this shit.
Yes, I'm going to affirm and compartmentalize the same thought you just had, where this is where the disconnect, the statement I just made, has to come into play. People being gay has been around, homosexuality is around, in Mother
Oh, yeah.
Nature, everything been around.
Hmm.
It's preference. The LGBTQ movement saw this and latched on, just like
Hmm.
BLM. BLM originally started about people caring about black people in their communities and got taken over and grifted. The
Yep.
slippery slope theory is a very real theory. It's not even a fucking theory. At this point, slippery slope is a tactic. You get in little by little, drip, 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 the squeeze of the hand, you start boiling the frog on low. And then by the time they realize that they're frying, it's too late. 100%. The gay community, people are gay. They prefer men. Some men prefer men. And that's what it is. The LGBT community came into the political aspect. Now you got, okay, here's a simple example, something that's going on right now, and you can watch this unfold in real time. There's a group of students at the Yeshiva Institute, I think the Yeshiva Institute of Law, that want the school to recognize an LGBTQ club. These people are perfectly free to have their club after school. You're all LGBT. You want to be lesbian, uh, LGBT, lesbian, bi, trans, queer, asexual, questioning. There's a whole bunch there. Um, this is where the difference is. Gay people would hang out at gay clubs after school. The LGBTQ community wants to be recognized by the school because then they could start demanding special needs, spaces, special programs. It's political. It's not, the LGBT community is political. The gay community is gay. They had to riot. And this is something I'm going to tell you. I've heard fucking Elvis Duran on his own show. I live in New York, from the top of the Empire State Building. Elvis fucking Duran, gay radio host, for those who don't know who Elvis Duran is, he justified the fucking riots during with the gay uprising and said sometimes violence is necessary. Some of these people are fucking crazy. You want to get with men, you get with men. If you're gay and you identify with the LGBT community, you either don't realize that it's a fucking political takeover and they're all Marxists, or you're brainwashed. It's or you're evil. It's one of those. You're in that spectrum where you either know it's evil because you're playing into the slippery slope, like Gutter Girl's saying, where it starts with, we just want to be accepted, we just want to get married, we're gonna transition kids without your fucking permission behind your fucking back and sterilize your child at fucking 8 years old and teach your kindergartner to be proficient in condom placement, anal sex, and masturbation, which is the complete sexualization of children.
The gay ones that don't agree with the LGBTQ bullshit.
They're silent. Milo Yiannopoulos. What the fuck happened to Milo Yiannopoulos?
Yeah, they canceled him, and he's honestly he's a pretty damn intelligent guy.
He had a reach like a motherfucker because he was a part of the community they were trying to promote, but he wasn't with their political agenda. You have to split that.
Well,
They melted it so together. I had my own friends. I'm a lesbian. I'm part of the LGBT. I'm like, you're a conservative. They will hang you by your titties.
As a matter of fact, I just left my pet store picking up some food for my ferret. I think she's been on the show before a while back, my little girl, but because I think Yankee got on to me for moving around too much, but the two gay guys that own it's called Panhandle Exotics. They're amazing. My sister-in-law's gay. I don't care what you do. Just don't push it down my throat, about all the stuff that you want. And the problem is a lot of the original, a lot of the older, people that are gay, they're starting to actually put the T out because the trans is starting to cause so many problems. But when did we start letting such a tiny, tiny, tiny percent control
the Democrats took over
everything?
No, they took over.
And I know, I know, but it's just.
You remember that old saying, Jason? Let me ask you. You remember the saying, "Those who can't do, teach."
Yeah.
They don't do anything. So they took over the education system because they don't want to work. They don't want to do anything. Right. And now I am about to post. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to post it on my YouTube account after this live is over. Project Veritas. There's two teachers. One from Trinity who said she has an agenda. She wishes, and this is a white woman, treats the white people like shit and wishes that some sort of Dr. Dexter would come through, vigilante, and take out the white kids. They're privileged and annoying. And then there's another black woman who says that's white people's shit. Treat white people like shit. These are the people that took over their fucking
that's
and how are the kids faring? They're turning them into
I heard the second one.
And we're ranked down in the low 30s when it comes to. We are the United States of America. We have all the resources in the world, and our kids are failing.
Yep.
They can't read, they can't write, but they know how to draw a sign and go march as an activist to take away their own fucking rights. The March for Our Lives, those children don't understand what the fucking Second Amendment's about, and they're out there fucking marching to get their own rights taken away.
And did you see?
And they own all the institutions, education, media, entertainment, you name it. The fucking left wing took over like crazy because they're long game strategists.
Right.
And we can't. You know why conservatives, people like us like-minded people, do you know why we're not in power like they are? Because we are allowed individual thought. We accept each other's individual opinions. So we are in hive mind.
Right.
We don't hear, oh, we need to be pissed about this fucking thing, and then just suddenly springboard and go for it. because we each have our own opinions and we're living our own lives and we're making our own means and we're paying the fucking taxes that these people are using against us. We can't
And
spring organize a fucking protest. Are you going to see 1 million conservatives at the fucking White House tomorrow? No, we're all going to be at work. But these people that get told, this is your script, and we're going to give you $2,000 to go down here and do this,
right.
that's their cause. They need hobbies.
Well, I know this is
There's my
in the
rant.
same
Give me
realm,
my
but
rant. I need
I
my
wanted to
rant
ask
ticker.
you and Gutter Girl, and because I know our audience is, or well, no, y'all's audience, not mine, but have you heard? I know you probably have, Bobby. You probably have too, Gigi. That new Safety Act up in Illinois.
Oh,
They-
oh yeah.
have you heard
Yeah,
about it, Gutter Girl?
the crimes they're not going to enforce and what's allowed
Right.
to be,
Have you
No,
heard of
they're
it, Gigi?
making safer.
I think it was
Hold
one
on.
of the terrorists that was talking about it, but it goes into implementation in January 1st. Oh my Lord.
I'm
No
gonna pull
more
it up.
cash
Hang on.
bail for all the way up to and including burglary. Yeah, I
Yep.
think rape. I think all the way up to second-degree murder, because it's not fair to the criminals to have to pay to get out of jail. It's a lot more to it. I mean, I guarantee you, I seen Bobby. I mean, I didn't know if you heard about it yet, good girl, but
no, I
oh
didn't.
my Lord. And I mean, I don't know. Do y'all know who Jericho Green is?
Mm-mm.
He lives in California, but he's a conservative black guy, and he's got his own YouTube
Yeah.
channel. But
Yeah, no. How you doing, American?
yeah, Americans, yes, absolutely. And God, he's funny. But anyway, but yeah, he calls Chirac, he calls what's her name, Splinter, the mayor of Detroit, calls her Mayor Splinter because because it's the rattiest city, and that's America's shooting range. It literally is. I think they're close to 500, if not over 500 already, homicides this year in Detroit. Or no, Chicago. I'm sorry, Chicago. But oh my goodness, God, that man is funny. His impressions of Biden and many others are hilarious. If anybody hasn't heard of Jericho Green, go look him up.
No,
Sorry
he's
to
the man.
promote another channel.
Americans?
Yep, he
There's a black
started
guy
out in his car,
What's
but
up, Americans?
and now here
That's
you
when
got
you know you got 'em.
Illinois. Now you got Illinois passing this law, and like I said, it was an 800-page bill in the middle of the night. Just going to let people out, criminals, hardened criminals, and it's already
This was on my
one of the
Facebook.
highest.
I posted it right away.
Yeah,
Son of a bitch.
it's
Hold on.
crazy.
I'll just pull it
How
up.
do
I'll just pull it up.
how do people not get it? I don't understand. How do people not get it? And then there was a one of the
Oh, they're calling it
legislators.
mostly false.
Well, it's like Rick
fact check.
said, but they call it the
All right,
Safety
I gotta pull
Act.
up my Facebook because people gotta realize how instrumental my Facebook really fucking is, because I put this up when it happened.
Right.
I debunked something I did just a couple days ago. They said Trump wasn't there helping on 9/11. So I brought up the NBC footage from 9/11 with Trump there.
So
Well, Trump was in that ground zero on 9/11. Well, here's the footage from
saw
fucking
that.
9/11, and there he is. What the fuck are you talking about? It's so goddamn easy. And remember when they had to admit that the fact checkers were biased, left-wing fucking Democrats, sons of bitches. I spent a lot of my time debunking fact checks.
Right. because they suck. And I don't remember if it was Black Conservatives Perspective that I watched today or Officer Tatum, but one of them, I watched the video today and it showed the old footage, obviously of 9/11, and it's just horrifying, to see what happened that day. And it's been 21 years now, I believe. And people, now we're so divided. We came together as a country back then over a
Well,
terrible, terrible event, and it sucked. But now look how divided they've made us.
hold on. There's something I'm going to say about this, and I don't think many people caught on to this.
Right.
When 9/11 happened, we unified, right?
Yeah.
There was no friction. We unified. What did the government use that to do? Pass the Patriot Act.
Passed the Patriot Act, I believe,
And
correct?
Suddenly, they were able to spy on American citizens.
But what is it? Hey, every time, Bobby, I know.
Hold on. There was no friction. Let me hold on. Let me get this through. Then Biden came out, made this radical fucking speech condemning half the nation. At this time, even people that voted for Biden were starting to regret it. Okay?
Like the shirt GG.
When there was no Kushki, she's a Russian agent, Russian asset. I
love the shirt. You just wanted to show off how pretty you are. Stop it.
No, it wasn't. Sugar Britches wouldn't know what my shirt said.
Oh, okay. Because Yankee ain't here to tell you. He's your resident. How pretty you are, guys. So I just figured I'd fill in. But no, that's cool.
But I don't want to step on Marv's toes. She's happily spoken for.
No. Nothing against. I mean, I know you're married, and hell, I'm married and got a girlfriend, and you don't even want to know about my life right now. So that's why I've missed a few shows, by the way.
What I was saying is, when there's no friction, and the country unites, they use it against us. We're gonna get the shit beaten out of us.
Yep.
So Biden comes out. We're all unifying about how bad this is turning out for the American people. So what does he do? He alienates half the fucking nation and blames it on us. And suddenly that division, it rears its ugly head.
Yep.
Rears its ugly head. Because when we were unified, what happened? The government passed the Patriot Act.
Yep.
So the government took advantage of us. Where'd you go? Where'd he go?
He just took himself off.
But this is the play. When the country unifies, the government goes after the whole country. The government is after the whole country. What did Biden do? He cemented division between the people by labeling half the people terrorists. I'm a terrorist because I don't believe the election was fair. I don't believe. Nope. I'm gonna do this right now. Hold on. I'm gonna hit share screen. I gotta pull this out separate. This is why, if you're not on my Facebook, I think a lot of this gets suppressed. And people that do see it, I think they scroll kind of past it.
Steve W., I agree with that comment that was just up on the screen.
Let me see what fucking screen I'm sharing here.
All of them, it looks like, Bobby.
Okay. Can you see just my Facebook here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, I throw in some funnies. Look at this. That looks like Drake as a fucking baby, right? Okay, here's the simple thing. Scott Adams, great. He's a professional hypnotist. Make elections as non-transparent and sketchy as possible to guarantee skepticism of the outcome. Then reframe election skeptics as traitors. That's exactly what they fucking did. You hear Biden saying, if you're an election denier, you're a fucking extremist. Okay, here's somebody from Venezuela admitting they're going to start attacking fucking Americans, and they're pouring in over the border. The Inflation Reduction Act is so awesome. Inflation went up today. Did you know that? 8.3%. Fuck 7.5. We're at 8.3%. That's what happens when you spend fucking $5 trillion. My belt
Did it go
when
to
I'm about to
Ukraine
shoot
too?
myself. See, I break it up with some funnies.
Yeah.
I don't know who Queen Elizabeth thinks she is, having 4 funerals. George Floyd. The FBI
All
guy
over
going
the
on
damn
trial
place.
today. He's going on trial today because he was selling secrets to Armenian mafia heads. But they're going after Trump, saying that he fucking was selling them. Did you hear about the Democrat that killed the fucking journalist? He's still in office collecting your tax
Did you?
dollars. Here's one that breakdown from Rudy Giuliani. Biden got $31 million from communist China. We know this. We got the receipts. Shortly after the DOJ serves a warrant about documents and records on Trump. Did you hear about this? Them fucking going after dozens of other people, including Tucker Carlson, raiding all them, about 30 to 50 fucking people,
Yeah,
subpoenaing them.
they're going all after
Um,
Trump people because of the midterms. I mean, we all know that.
Did you hear
You know,
about Visa
well,
and
some
other
people
credit
may
card
not, but
companies flagging gun purchases and ammo purchases if you use your fucking debit and credit
yep,
cards?
Visa and MasterCard, I believe it is, right, Bobby?
Yes, sir.
Yep, heard that
Here's a
today
little
on
something I
Steven
threw out
Crowder.
for Russ. This one's for Russ because he said, sometimes I have to disconnect. Well, this was my point. Why do I go out of my way to focus on politics? Because if slaves didn't talk about what slave masters were doing, there never would have been an underground railroad. You have to know where your enemy's coming. This was a video put out. Fargo police fleeing. This was a Rick breakdown. Good luck, America. We're all Good Luck America fans. But
Absolutely.
what I see behind it, what they have with Sean Hannity, this and that, and going against the defund the police, they have conservatives begging for a fucking police state.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane what's going on
Crazy.
here. Hold on. I support tax evasion. And you could see me break it down right here. I do support tax evasion, unless you're out there yelling about raising my taxes and living off of my fucking taxes. Gender dysphoria. Alex Jones last week had the best-selling book. Did you know that? No, because the New York Times reported that I'm Glad My Mom Died was the bestseller. Meanwhile, Alex Jones's book, 56,000 copies in the first couple of days, and it's all about the Great Reset. Okay? Here's a little breakdown. Mississippi. Did you know Mississippi doesn't have potable water? What happened to Flint, Michigan? Can they drink their fucking water? But we're sending billions and billions of dollars to Israel, Taiwan, and Ukraine. Okay?
I wasn't aware of why, Bobby, but yeah, I heard about that. The potable water. I mean, me living in Northwest Florida, I'm literally an hour away from Mississippi, southern Mississippi, but I didn't know why, but I just know I saw that because I don't watch the news like that because I hate it because we all know it's left wing. But
look,
at my work,
let's just debunk another bullshit fact check. Trump wasn't at ground zero on 9/11. Here's your fucking news report. Here it is, live, 9/11. This is what the fuck I do. Governor Hochul wants to put in a commuter tax. They have found and cloned. Okay, here's something for the COVID people. They have found and cloned antibodies that cure all strains of COVID, but they're still pushing the fucking vax. If they cared about your health, they'd be telling you about this antibodies. These antibodies they found and cloned, and thanks to Operation Warp Speed, you could get them for free. You want to be cured and immune to all of COVID? Get the antibodies, not the fucking vaccine.
I see you got Greg Foreman on there too. Black American perspective, Black conservative perspective.
Okay, to the people young enough to date Leonardo DiCaprio, and then I'll end the rant with this, and I'll go through more later in my own video. But okay, here we go. If you were alive to remember 9/11, what do you want people my age to know about it on a deeper level? And this is from Mike Cernovich. The country came together totally, And this unity was used to enact the Patriot Act, frame innocent Muslim men for terrorism, and start 20 years of war based on lies. Friction is good and healthy, and bipartisan consensus means the average American is in for a beating. And that fucking says it all right there. That literally says it all. I put so
Well,
much shit out that people may not get to see or just scroll past, but I exposed everything that's going on and hit it from multiple perspectives. And I mean,
right.
you can draw your own conclusions, but what's happening is we're the people and they're just doing this. And all the people that squeak out, they're fucking picking off. And that's
Well,
my rant. That's the second rant, Gutter, and I haven't seen my ticker at the bottom.
I was.
GT, before I say anything, I want you to talk, love.
Purge started, Chief. Look at fucking Memphis, Tennessee, and San Francisco. They're purging like a motherfucker. Women getting beheaded, guys driving around shooting white. I'm gonna kill all
without a
white
doubt.
people. I already shot a white bitch. I want to shoot a white old man. And then the other guy just spraying and praying, just driving around. Random drive-bys. They're coming. Get your vests.
Go ahead, GT.
I'm still trying to get through comments.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's okay, well, then I'll say, well, it's like Rick says, the left projects. Every time they create an act or this or that, the Patriot Act, and, for those who don't know, it is exactly the opposite. And the left projects, they call us and say we're doing what they're doing. They're actually causing the problems. And then they put a nice name on it, like the Patriot Act, like the Illinois Safety Act. Okay. It's
the Inflation Reduction Act.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with inflation.
And if you look at it, I think, what was it, Bobby? 370. I mean, depending on where you look, 300. And I don't have as much time to look, but I think it was like almost half of that bill was for green new energy that don't work.
Yep. Climate change.
370 billion or whatever it was. I don't remember, but it was 370 whatever. Hell, they've passed so many bills, I don't know anymore. I mean, either it's going to Ukraine or
buried in each one of the bills. I mean, it's not when they
call
pass
it
a bill, it's tons of shit.
It's
Look
horrible.
at Nancy Pelosi. What'd she say about fucking Obamacare? Oh, we have to pass it to see what's in it.
Right.
What?
That's that's just, well, that's how long has she been in this, in the House? 50 years. Well, she's close to 50 years. Like, I want to know, why don't these people die? Sorry, but why don't they die?
Adrenochrome.
I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but it's like, like McCain. Okay, everybody thought he was a hero. Man, he screwed up so much stuff.
It was not. You ever heard of the McCain tapes? He was a fucking traitor.
He was. Yep. And he's killed people just, on an aircraft carrier. I mean, wasn't it Trump that said he shouldn't have got caught? I think that was very early on that everybody was all over Trump for saying he shouldn't have got caught because of his being enslaved part.
Chris said it takes a lot to kill a lizard. Yeah, it does. It's called lizard people.
But, it's like, and that guy was a rhino. We got to get rid of these. Look, it wouldn't hurt my feelings at all to vote out every single incumbent Republican for another one because, like Rick says, term limits would solve a lot of stuff. I'm not saying
they
it
want
won't be
term limits for
but
Supreme Court justices, but not for any members of Congress?
Right. Well, I mean, hey, Supreme Court justices.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know why they don't have term limits and it's a lifetime appointment?
For the Supreme Court?
Yeah.
No, sir, I don't.
Does anybody in the comment section give me a swinging wild ass guess? Throw your swag out as to why
swag.
Supreme Court justices do not have term limits.
A swag. Give
Don't
us
go
a good
looking
old
up
Rick
other people's
swag.
opinions. Take a swinging wild ass guess. Because
Yes.
I can break it down. It's very simple why they do not have term limits.
Take your good old Rick swag comment section. Because I'm in rare form tonight. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of laying down and just chilling with y'all. I don't have an actual computer, like I
Supposed to
said.
be no bias.
Supposed to be.
Eli got it. It's because they're not supposed to worry about re-election, so there is absolutely no gain in any of their decisions.
Okay.
Once you're in there, you're in there.
Right.
So you could do whatever you want, and that's your position. You're not worried about re-election. You're not placating to constituents. You're in there. That's why it's a lifetime appointment.
Well, that's actually, I've never heard that before, Bobby, and thank you, Eli. I've never heard it put like that before, but that's why we all talk.
Mishka fucking nailed it.
But that makes sense.
Good job, Mishka.
Because I've never, but that's a good thing. But they're supposed to have no bias too. But remember, we all have bias.
Biden simply appointed a Supreme Court justice because she was black and female.
Yep.
Talk about systemic racism.
Bobby, she's not female. She can't tell you she's female. She's not a biologist.
She got to get a biology degree first. Tell you what she is. Well, Biden's a biologist.
I couldn't help it, y'all. GG.
But,
welcome, Chris.
You're awful quiet.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
GG, you're awful quiet.
You haven't yawned yet. I'm impressed, gotta go.
Well, I drank about 40 gallons of coffee today with company, so I was well wired for the night. But
I cracked the 12-pack with you. Cheers. Cheers, by the way. Cheers.
Cheers.
I always make sure I got a couple of beers.
Damn it, I don't have a beer. All I got is liquor, so I got to walk in the other room, and then it'll get y'all dizzy. So, sorry, but but no, GG. I just hadn't. Me and Bobby's been talking a lot, so it's your show, and so I just. But I do agree. Hey, that was a great thing about the Supreme Court. I'm glad you brought that up. Now I have a whole different perspective. But Congress and Senate, like a dirty diaper. They need to be changed often, like Rick says. I mean, they really do. I mean, every incumbent, we should just vote them all out.
We should get rid of the monetary aspect, because originally farmers, regular folk, were supposed to be able to get in and out of government.
Yep.
And represent the people. Now you got to have all this money to get into office, and that's really what fucked it. Really what fucked it. Like me and you, say I ran for office, I'd never make it. I don't have enough dividends. You know what I mean? It's about money, and I'm not talking about being able to own a house or raise a family. You need incredible amounts of money.
Well, hey, Bobby, run as a liberal. Hey, do like the Republicans do. Run as a liberal and get just some of that George Soros money. You'll be all right.
I'm not going to give too much away, but some of my trans friends are running for office, and they are diehard fucking conservatives that do not like what they're doing to children.
My gay friends are Republicans as well.
And I said, you run for office. Run for office as an LGBTQ, and when you get in, say everybody gets guns. You get arrested if you do this to children, and they won't know how to handle it.
Yep.
We infiltrate just like they fucking infiltrate.
Yep. Well, that's the problem. We've been, because of being conservative, and please weigh in, Gutter Girl. I mean, because I know we're all,
she's moving the comments.
But it's like these people, like we were talking about the rhinos and stuff earlier. It's like, damn, why is it always one way? Why do all the mistakes always end up on the left? Oops, we're sorry, but
We're
we
not a
won.
hive mind. We're not a hive mind. You have your own
I know,
opinions on
because we're
issues that will
independent.
differ from mine. Gutter's got her
Right,
own opinions on issues that will differ from mine. We are
right.
not a collective like the left. We are not
No,
programmed like the left. We are not a hive
that
mind.
makes total sense. Because we can think for ourselves.
That's
Exactly. So we all have our own ideas and opinions.
That's right.
Yep.
So we don't follow a script.
Right.
These people are order followers.
I agree. And we all know, hell, there was a news cast. I don't remember who was on it. I'm horrible with names and all that. Trying to keep up with all my animals' names and my kids' names is enough as it is.
Give them
Even though
numbers.
I'm only
1, 2, 3, 4.
but it was what was it? Oh shit! I lost my train of thought talking about the animals. But well, I'm gonna have to move on for a second. I'll think of it in a minute. But
That's
yeah,
fine.
I mean, we have our own individual thoughts, and like I said, no hive mind. But Gigi, you've been too quiet.
Sorry, I'm over here looking at Gen G flirting with Fly Crew.
Tell
First, Tommy, now
tell my
Gen
girl
G,
she
Fly
can't be
Crew is
cheating on me like that
out
now,
the
dang
comment
it.
section.
Hey, tell Gen G she can't be cheating on me like that.
Austin needs to come on shirtless with that vest and cowboy hat. He's pimping out this comment section. He's gonna start his own OnlyMans.
I see Eli. I just saw Eli. Yes,
Did
they
you-
are.
You just wanted him to have on the vest and the cowboy hat on. He might end up with the
Oh shit!
Oh, you know what? As a matter of fact, we hadn't had enough gutter talk tonight, Bobby. I mean, I'm just saying.
Why in the
Well,
fuck
we
you think
started
I've been
off
so quiet?
we're winging it,
Well, no, I'm just saying.
and then you
It's
said
so
you were
funny.
bored, you were gonna leave, so I was like,
Hey,
let's bring up some hot topics.
It's just so funny listening to Gigi and then Yankee, and then they get on that when you're not on, and of course I haven't been on in a while. God, I hate missing the show. It's just my life has been kind of crappy, a little bit, but
All
in
right,
a
here's
in
the
a
thought
good
for you,
way,
Jason.
but just girlfriend issues and my damn dog.
I've been
My
there
poor dog.
more
Look at
recent
her.
than I'd
Come
like to
on.
admit.
Hey, look at my poor dog.
Next time I take a shower, Jason, I'll think of you, so you'll know that I'm naked thinking of you.
No, don't do that, Bobby. Dang it. I wasn't talking to you about that. I was talking to her. No, but
what's going on in the Gutterverse? Gutterverse over there.
It sucks that Yankees not here. I mean, I know we need
Tell him to get out,
weeks off,
Gutter.
but
Finish what you were doing. We couldn't wait to
I do miss his humor.
We all
Okay,
miss that.
I miss his humor.
I'm going to go get some
I'm gonna
coffee.
put y'all on there.
Bullshit. I call it bullshit. Look at that smile. Yeah, sure. All right, go get coffee.
See you.
Go get your coffee. Oh my god. All right.
Coffee. GG. But anyway.
All right. So
nobody,
Jason,
hey Bobby, I need
hold on, we're at the helm here, Jason. Let's talk to the comments section. Now don't do that, damn it, Bobby. All right. What's up, people in the comment section? And
you
Jason,
have to do that. I can either go to chat and just look, or but I can't really see like y'all do.
I got both here. I'm gonna ask you some questions. I'm gonna be going back and forth. But are you on Facebook, Jay?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my name, Jason Pack, same. I don't have
Well,
nothing to
send me
hide.
a fucking friend
That's
request. I'm gonna.
yeah. That's what I was going to say, but your name's harder to spell than mine, by the way. It took me a while to finally,
I'm gonna
get you.
type it in. I'm gonna type in the one I currently use into YouTube. It's only got one L, so type it in just like this.
Oh, okay. See, I spell it with two. So, but
William Joseph, and you'll see a picture of me.
William Joseph.
Yep, because they keep banning me. It's William with one L. William Joseph. And that's you. If you're on Facebook, and I just put that into the chat live, everybody could check it out. I put up some personal stuff. I put up some fucking funny shit, but I will keep you informed on shit that sometimes breaks years before you find out. Jason left again. So it's just me and you guys. I'm gonna start a series, I guess, with the Facebook posts. We are coming on to 3 hours, so I would imagine that Gutter's gonna come back after she gets her coffee, and we might be ending this soon. I want to address everybody in the comment section. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here, being company, a support system, adding to the conversations. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing, and for those of you who came over to my channel, I really appreciate it. It's a lot of drive to keep doing what we're doing. I don't get paid for it. We don't get paid for it. They don't get paid for it. This is simply out of love for everybody who's here. Ed Brule and Eli Hendricks. Shit, I got 4 minus the other Facebooks. Hey, we're still here. Kia, what's up, darling? Did I just hear Jason pipe? I'm not sure. Depends on your definition of pipe. I just realized you know my secret identity, Bobby. I do, and I won't release it. That's up to you to do it. And you know mine. Bobby B, what's up, Chief? Chief, I don't condone drug use for the most part, but I will have you know that since it's legal where I'm at, I will be planting a new garden of things I haven't cultivated before, but I have a good grasp on what I'm doing. Imported seeds, and well, let's just say most of the strains rhyme with blaze. Let's start with an H. Jason's back. And got a girl.
Yes.
Where did you two go off to? Oh yeah, they were
I didn't
getting
mean to.
coffee.
I was trying to do some chat.
They just met up in fucking Idaho.
Hey, GG.
Baked
Hey,
the potato and came back to
hey,
the live
was it as
stream.
good
Well,
for
welcome
you as
back.
it was for me, GG? No, I accidentally hit the wrong button. I was trying to get in the chat to read the chat like you were, because on my end, since I'm not like, I guess, part of the stream, I can't see both, and I can't comment in the chat
You
necessarily.
can't comment in the StreamYard chat. And
Right.
that's why being on a computer helps. Like, I can jump back and forth with Windows, but I really miss my second monitor because normally my second monitor would have the YouTube running and then StreamYard over here. But where I am right now with Eli, I only have the one monitor, so I have to jump back and forth. So like in YouTube, I could comment like here, and then I gotta go back to StreamYard.
Right.
On the phone,
that's what I didn't leave on purpose. Believe me, I just hit the wrong button because I got an Android phone. I hit back to do something and just somehow, anyway, I've done came and left twice. And now I'm back again, and luckily, got her coffee. How are you gonna sleep tonight? Got a girl.
This one's
deep. Not coffee.
Decaffeinated.
It is coffee, but it does have a little amaretto in it. But this one's decaf.
Right. Well, I just believe it or not, being from the South, I drink sweet tea. I know, shocker, right? But actually, I drink decaffeinated tea.
So you just like the shits.
No, it don't. It tastes better. I mean, I like regular tea, but I don't drink it for the caffeine. So it just
Decaffeinated coffee is just like a fucking cleanse.
well, no, I'm talking about
It's a good
well, like
excuse
I
to
said,
drink amaretto, though. So
oh yeah, Gigi, yeah, uh huh, drinking her amaretto.
I am.
Hey, I just took a shot of
all right,
vodka,
so
so on camera. So I mean,
did you?
I'm trying to figure out where my kiddos are. It's 10 o'clock.
You just did a
No,
shot of
whatever.
vodka?
I did. It was on camera before
Hold on.
before I accidentally before there goes Bobby. Hey Gigi, what you got to say, love?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I gotta start hitting that.
Oh,
What?
you got Platinum 7X. I'm sorry, Gigi. I don't want to interrupt.
Bro, what is Tracy talking about with Jake? He's unrestricted access to the internet after what happened.
Oh, you talking about our Jake?
Yeah, Jake Music.
Yeah. I don't know.
He was going through some really tough shit, and he was hitting me up on the side.
I hate it.
I'm not gonna
Love
get
Jake.
into it.
Yeah, no
But
worries.
there
I
was
don't need to know.
he was going through a lot, and honestly, I don't think it was good for him to be coming out onto live streams and saying some of the shit that he
I
was
got you.
saying. It did not help the situation he was dealing with. I love
Right.
Jake to death. I'll
I do
communicate
too.
with him, but when he comes on and in some of the things that he'll portray is part of the reason that he had some shit to deal with, and I'm gonna come to his defense. A lot of the shit he was dealing with, about 99.99% of it didn't. It's not right. I don't want to
Right.
speak out on anything.
Nope.
Any that's his own thing, and anything I could do to help him, he already knows. That's why he'd reach out to me and we would talk and stuff. But there's only so much I could do with the situation, and
Right. I'm glad you
and
helped.
as soon as he started, he would send me things, and he wanted me to expose them. And the more that he sent, the less and less I got to hear from him, and then it got to a point where I didn't hear from him at all anymore, and I would reach out, and there's a lot to this situation. I wish him the best, and he's an amazing person. He's got a great heart, a great mind.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
anything I could do to help him, I will. But the Jake situation's a complicated one, and that poor boy, I wish him the best. We're all here for your family, Jake, as always.
Yep.
And,
Yep. I know Gutter Girl and Yankee too, and as well as myself. I know they, I've always enjoyed him being on the show. I do. And I'm glad. Thank you, Bobby, for, doing what you can. I mean, we're all in different places. I mean, I'm down in Florida. I'm closer to Yankee than anybody else. And then
well,
you
you
got
took
Gutter
up
Girl, and you're
the
all the way up.
Florida. Yeah, you took over for the Florida fucking. Thanks for holding us down in the fucking southeast. Gotta go.
And then
up in the northwest.
you're in the northeast, and then she's in the northwest. So I mean,
You're in the mullet. I'm in the armpit. She's in the gullet. If
Okay.
Rick would come on, we got all four corners of this country fucking, hanging out.
Absolutely.
And then in the comment section, you guys are from all around the goddamn world,
Yeah.
including all around the country, and that's why we love you. We all come here. This is what they don't want. We are what they discourage. People coming together. We, the pesky fucking citizens.
So
Pesky citizens.
Tracy was talking about when Jake was upset. That's what she was talking about. He was feeling sad with the people and all of the crap he was dealing with. So, yeah, I know. It's just one of those things you wish it could help, but
There's certain times where you read you meet a block you cannot tackle, and it is, it comes to a point where it's like there's only so much one can do for another. I'm not Santa Claus, I'm not God, I'm not whatever.
Yeah. We
And
understand.
putting and I think part of what brought about some issues was what he was putting out into the public domain.
Right. That makes sense. And I know I missed a few, shows I never
Well, we
want
were
to.
friends. No, it wasn't even just the show. It
Well,
was coming
no,
on to the
yeah,
show,
yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah.
on Facebook and all that,
Oh,
it
okay,
was
yeah.
there was, and it was understandable. As somebody who's friends with him and knew what he was going through, I
Right.
completely understood. But it can and will be used against you.
Right. I tell
I'll put it to you
you
this
know,
way: he's a very intelligent person, and his brain isn't malfunctioned, but he's treated as somebody who needs to be taken care of. So, God
right,
forbid he gets upset about something.
right.
All of a sudden, he needs more care.
That's no, he was, I
But to
mean,
bring something like that, like I could be on here, gotta go. Would you have me as a host if I just cried that my girlfriend broke up with me and I was just here using you as therapist?
no, I mean, I
No.
can't do
So I
that.
understand, like, there's certain times to bring a boat. I love you, Jake. Send
I
me a
do
message.
too.
I called to check in on them, but they don't want. I don't know how to explain it. He was in a bad place for a minute, and it was because of the way he was getting treated. 100% justifiably.
Right.
But they don't want anybody on the outside to side with him because it makes them look really fucking bad.
Yep. 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 I know what
So
you're talking
all of
about.
a sudden, Jake is crazy. Jake needs more help, and he
I
can't talk to you people.
know. Hey, listen.
That's
When he was
basically the breakdown. And
when
Jake
he
will
was
confirm
on
that. And if any
what
of the people want to come after me, I'm of sound body and mind. I
right.
don't need your help. You could, whatever. I'm an advocate for Jake,
Well,
and you
Bobby,
motherfuckers
I
better
am
start treating
too.
him like a human being. That's
Just
all I'm
just
saying.
give him a minute, let him get his thoughts out, and he has no problem with telling you what he wants to say or whatever. It's just, but
I will
it's
say, Jake, though,
ridiculous.
if you learn to speak the rest of the language like you know how to curse, you'd never have to repeat yourself.
Sorry.
'Cause we hear
Listen,
fucking shit. Those come out crystal clear. And this is shout out to Jake. Love you, buddy.
yes, I
But
love it too.
learn the rest of the words like you know how to curse, and it would be smooth
That's funny,
sailing.
Bobby. Hey, Gigi, you
Yeah,
remember my little girlfriend that I had on a few weeks ago, Alicia?
yeah.
Okay, so she didn't, she can speak just fine, but she knows sign language. She knows like 5 languages as well. But she's not here. She ain't been there for a few days. But I mean, teaching my grandson sign language and stuff, it's just I don't know, for all of you, I can't see the chat, I can't see the comment, but that is some beautiful stuff to see a 2-year-old to just, and he's so smart that he can speak just fine. But
Well,
just to see though learning at that age, it's so beautiful. And I hate she's not here right now. We're having some issues, but as a matter of fact, that's why I was at the law class tonight. I mean, I know y'all, and everybody in the chat saw it. I mean, it wasn't a law
Yeah, you
class. It
called
was
us
just kind
fucking
of,
boring.
yeah, it was kind of boring. I actually needed to
You
hear.
called us boring. You left us for like
Yeah,
30
no,
seconds.
I know, but hey, I hurried home. I hurried home because I've missed too many of the lives. But she wasn't there with me, so I mean, it's like, anyway,
What I will say is I have a lot of experience working in the mentally handicapped facilities in the state of New
right,
York. That was
right,
primarily where I worked. And
right.
my first day of work, I don't know, I might be repeating myself. My first day of work where I went into these big facilities and saw how many mentally retarded, I'm going to say retarded. Maybe
That's
not
fine.
many people know
I
this.
don't have an issue
They
with
say
it.
retarded is degrading. That was actually a politically correct term to
Yes, it
say the
was.
feelings of morons and idiots because they got measurable IQ levels. So
Right,
they didn't want to make morons and idiots feel bad, so they came up with the term retarded. It's retarded is actually a politically correct term. They got to
right.
constantly change the language so you look like a bad guy.
Well,
I
we
came
all know
home.
that on this
I
channel.
came home after being in this giant fucking building filled with mentally retarded people. And I
Right.
came home to my brothers and sisters and said, "You have no idea how fucking blessed you are to have all your faculties, all of
Hey,
them, all of them." And
when
then,
you're done, I'll tell you something.
as time went on, I realized just because you're retarded or you have a retardation of some sort does not mean you're fucking stupid.
Nope.
Does not mean your brain doesn't work like anybody else's, or you're not smarter than other people. You just can't. Maybe your retardation is from mental capacity to
Right.
physical delivery or
Right.
being able to convey your
Right.
communications. Like
It's
in the case of
just
Jake, his
different.
brain is up to par and gets everything. But for him to get it
Right.
out, the synapses and the neurons and the fucking neural
Yeah.
fucking pathways to make his mouth speak the language to convey his communication, that's
Right.
fucked up. But his brain is on point.
Right.
He's a prisoner in his own capacity. So people
And I
just
was
think,
gonna
"Oh, you're
say,
stupid," or "You're retarded," and it's like, no, he gets how things work way better than you do. He knows what's going on.
right.
He just cannot convey it.
Right. He can't communicate it like we normally would.
Yep. And half
Because,
the
and I
people
wanted to
that can
say,
communicate, their brains don't work.
well, no, I'm just saying like like normal people do. He just, it takes a little, he does it a little differently. It's what I'm getting at. And the reason I was going to say is I did maintenance at my jail here locally for 6 years. Now I'm at the local bus station because they just moved me across the street. But people, and Bobby, I know, you probably know. I don't know if you do, Gutter Girl, but,
She
back
knows
when we
everything
were.
I know. Stop saying
Oh,
that.
well, I know, but
I learned
I've
from
talked
Gutter
to you a
Girl.
little bit more than her. But,
She's queen
when
bee.
we was growing up, do you remember them kids that were like, I'm crazy. Don't mess with me. I'm crazy.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. That is complete bullshit.
If you know you're crazy, you're choosing to be bad. That means you're
Right.
just bad.
There you go. Because in my 6 years of working at the jail where I worked, the infirmary was one of the places that was my area. And so, I mean, it's completely different.
Gotta go
and
playing us out.
I see. I heard it. You
Gotta
ready to go, bud?
playing us out.
I am. We've been on here for
Listen.
3 hours and 8 minutes, and if we use any more time, we won't have enough for our other
Oh,
time.
yeah. Okay, well, I'm
That's
damn sure
why-
getting over here then.
I will
Hey.
host. I'll host the live coming up. I will host the live, and I'll do it through StreamYard because I got tons of time. And I already told Gutter and Yank, I'll bring y'all's in, and I'll jump out. You guys are welcome to my StreamYard time, all of it.
Cool,
I never
cool.
use it.
Well, thank you.
Jason, thanks for coming in. Gotta go. I love you. I really do. Like, I'll come out, I'll fly out and see you. You're one of the few people, you, Jason, Yank, a couple of you, Mishko. Next time I'm in Brooklyn, Waspitch. That package is coming. Black Sheep, Tony No Show. Can't spell Bobby's last name. Good. That's a good thing. You can't be Fly Crew. We'll all sub to each channel when you get the balls. I'm signing out. Thank you for having
Bobby.
me. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Bobby.
Yes,
Shoot
sir.
me a friend request on your Facebook. Because my name's
Go
easy.
to my last video. Type in your Facebook profile.
Okay.
I encourage
cool.
everybody to do that. If you're on Facebook, go to my very last video, which is what am I working on in my videos. Type your shit in the comments. I'll send you a friend request. Y'all real people out there. I love all you real people. Pew Pew. I guess he's got to make a couple of more fucking profiles. I give him an E for effort, even though I blocked his ass. I love all you guys. Thank you so much for being a gracious host, Gutter. Enjoy
Yes.
the rest of your coffee.
Thank you, Jason and Bobby. Thank
Gigi,
you. Thanks.
love you.
And Yank.
Thanks.
Love
I
you,
just wanna say,
Gigi. Nancy, Yankee.
Good
I
night,
hope
Jason.
everything. Yank, I hope everything's all right. I hope the missus is okay. I hope everything's working out well. We miss you, buddy. I want to take a moment of silence for the actual victims of 9/11. And most of all, subscribe, like, share, come hang out with the cool kids, and we'll see you next week. Gotta go. I love you, Julie. Be
Thank
well,
you,
darling.
Bobby. Thank you for coming and bailing me and hanging in there. And
I
keeping it
didn't
all
bail you out.
nicely.
I hijacked your show. There's a big
you
difference.
did
Eli
awesome.
saying good night.
Good night, Eli.
Night, night. Good night, everybody. Love you all.
Thanks
Until
for
next
coming.
time.
Thanks, everybody. All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Appreciate it immensely. As I've said before, couldn't do it without any of you. And hopefully Yank's back next week. But it's, we do this all for fun. So no big stress. So anyways, thanks so much, everybody. Bye. See you on Saturday night. Actually, don't forget about Rick's live with Lester on Friday night on Lester's channel. I think it's I'm a Survivor. It might be Longhorn Lester. Anyways, bye, everybody.